right, welcome to another episode of 35 All Grip. I got a guest host here, Cam Steger. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing so good, so good. And main man of the hour, we got Griffen Adams. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Dan. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. We've had quite the busy day today. Painters cleanup, pretty sick. What do we have? Blue Ridge Public Radio pull up.
BPR came out. Yep. Laura Hackett.
Shout out.
Shout out, Laura.
Shout out. We're gonna get that mic closer to your face. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Griffen basically organized the whole cleanup, I'd say. Are we adopters of this road? Is that official?
It is official. Yep. So we can change the sign whenever we please, but Ken officially transferred it over to us today. So yeah, it's kind of in our hands now.
Give us a background of Ken Leeds real quick.
Yeah, who is Ken?
Ken is a homeowner off of Pinners in South Asheville. Kind of a neighborhood road off the double yellow that we skate. That's where we park all the cars, right at the bottom, generally party lapping. And so I think we ran into Ken while we were just taking post-work Pinners lap, probably about 3, maybe even 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. And pretty sure I recall him having his truck parked in the downhill lane, like facing uphill. And we were kind of just like, what is this guy doing? And take a few laps, realize that he's actually just cleaning the road, putting stuff in trash bags. And I think I turned to you and was like, yeah, we should just talk to him. Like, we should help him. And we stopped, and it was a little awkward at first, but then, yeah, just kind of offered our help, and we started organizing like quarterly cleanups from there. And then, yeah, the rest is history. Kind of formed a pretty good relationship with Ken. He's a great guy.
Pretty rad dude, and pretty awesome you're doing that too. I mean, I was telling the girl today, it's like that's like the least we can do for a road, you know?
Yeah.
And there's so much trash, it's crazy. So, yeah, we got that out of the way today.
A lot of bootleggers.
There's a lot of interesting stuff we've collected over the years there. I mean, I think Royce continues to find like the most, unsuspecting things there. I can't think of a single one, but
I mean, we found like some bones. Norm found some bones today. That was pretty cool. Like a jawbone or something.
Yeah, he showed me that.
But yeah, that was super rad. We got that going. But recently, you were in Hawaii. What like a few weeks ago?
Yeah, I just got back a few weeks ago. Michaela and I were there for a little bit over 2 weeks.
How did that go?
Went great. I mean, well, bit of a roller coaster, as is any trip, right? We started out. We wanted to break up the trip because getting there from Asheville was just kind of a pain. So we decided to spend some days in Malibu beforehand, which really was nice to break it up. We stayed in Topanga Canyon.
You skate tuna?
Skated tuna, yeah, absolutely.
Let's go.
But I did only take 2 laps there because there's a lot of construction going on. You know, the way that you would kind of wrap back around and then go up Fernwood, that main road off the PCH, I don't know what it's called. Might even just be Topanga Canyon. It's like, it'll take you an extra 30 minutes. So it was just beginning of the day. Every time we'd go out, just get the first run of the day, down tuna, blind drop, right? No clue what's going on down there, but
that drive back around is kind of brutal. So even with construction, it's got to be crazy.
Oh yeah, it's nuts. And they have like a lead car pulling you through. Yeah, there's still just a lot of destruction. I think it's honestly from the fires. There's still some. Yeah, they're just repairing the road and it's taking a while.
I do love that you're just getting like you're like traveling with your girlfriend and side quest, getting some longboard hits in.
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, Michaela's the GOAT. It's not as much a side quest as like she was down for it to be a focal point. She loves to whip behind me. I've honestly never. I mean, you bring your parents to elk when they're in town and you stand up the whole time and they're barely keeping up. But dude, I was going full throttle on Tuna, Flores, Deer Creek, dude, just hear tires squealing right behind me.
And
insane.
And filming with the fucking iPhone. And dude, it actually turned out pretty good. Like when he showed me videos, I was like, holy fuck, Mick.
She's getting like
what a real one.
Full crank like follow run quality footage, like with the iPhone through the window.
All that New York driving, eh?
Don't know what's gonna happen with that. We got some footage. We
I saw a couple clips.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'll do with the. Maybe I'll have to chop it up, but we got to put like a rig on the car and have her actually start. I mean, dude, I haven't seen anything like it. It's pretty special.
What was going on with Hawaii though? Wasn't there some crazy storm?
Yeah, so
While you were there?
There absolutely was. Yeah, we spent a few days in Malibu, got the Malibu rips in, which was sick. They're doing a lot of construction at the top of Las Flores. They're literally digging holes in the ground, like people, like the depth, right? Like there's people down there. And so like the top section of it, which, have you skated it before?
I haven't skated. I mean, no, I have not skated Las Flores, but
top section is just kind of like fast sweepers, and then it gets into the really interesting section. So we were just able to kind of lap that. But dude, I was asking them like what they're doing, couldn't tell me. None of them could tell me. I think there's some like interesting construction, money laundering kind of business happening down there.
A little conspiracy construction thing going on. I like that.
But so we went to Maui. We did kind of like a little bit over 2 weeks. We both worked remote for the first week, which was when we got the primo weather. So we were spending, I mean, granted the time difference is in your favor. So we're getting out of work around like noon or 1. And so basically every day after work that first week, we would drive up to Police to get laps. Michaela knew that was like, one of the main reasons I wanted to go. I wanted to get back to that road. It had been, 3 years since I met Team Mud out there for that whole excursion.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so there's that. So we'll have to get into that, of course. But and so we go from like the beautiful, sunny countryside, like up into the clouds every day after work. She was a trooper, though. And then I would basically just like skate it in the clouds in the mist until it would get wet. And then we would just go down to the beach and then, which would be super sunny and beautiful. And we would just kind of chill out there. And that was generally what we did. Got a ton of amazing food, a ton of poke. It was a great trip. The second half, that's when we took the time off. So that first Monday that I had the day off, we went up to Police a little bit earlier this time, right? I think we got up there at like 10 or 11, and we were supposed to meet up with some of the locals that day. Anthony, Toby, a few others. And first run of the day, just like chilling. We would run it like clockwork. She would run lead car for me, be on the walkie, have it in my ear, because I mean, technically you're not supposed to be skating up there. So DNLR is patrolling it basically. Well, it's not allowed, so you don't want to roll up on them. Also, it's a car and a half width, so you can't skate that shit open. But anyways, first run of the day, literally just chilling. Ended up just turning, and my wheels just started sliding, and I slammed on the ground so hard on my tailbone. Crawled over to the side of the road, thought I was going to relieve myself on the side of the road.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've never felt any.
Yeah?
Have you hit your tailbone?
Yeah, but I didn't feel like I was gonna shit.
Dude,
afterwards.
I thought I was gonna shit myself.
Really?
I was in the process of getting ready to shit on the side of the road.
Pants down?
They were,
or pants shitted.
Babe, grab the toilet paper.
No, so I had to catch her before I lost signal, because I mean, I'll fall and skate down, but not after something like that. So luckily I got her to turn around. I'm happy she didn't see it. She would have lost it. But yeah, so the rest of the trip was me kind of just like being a little uncomfortable. I couldn't really like sit. Bending over was also a little difficult. I was honestly worried that I fractured it. I think it was just a bad bruise. So yeah, that kind of, we just chilled on the beach, did some wholesome stuff. I felt bad. We couldn't do as many like really cool hikes that she wanted to do. But she definitely nursed me back to health. And then, yeah, the storm hit. We actually lost power for a little bit. I think the region got like 30 inches of, right? I think the region got like 30 inches of rain over a couple days. There was insane flooding.
It looked bad.
It was bad, yeah. And I mean, if we stayed there were certain sections that folks were getting evacuated too, like Lahaina, I think Kihei as well. Yeah, it was bad. So it's kind of like a hot start. I mean, I was able to luckily clock like 30 or so laps in that top section in the first like week we were there.
30?
Because like I told you, it was like clockwork after work. But it wasn't like we were going
casual 30 laps.
Yeah, I mean, I was tracking it. I could go back and look exactly, but because this year I was trying to go for the 1,000 laps.
Now, are you tracking it on like Ride with GPS or anything, an app?
The Notes app basically just would document where I skated, when, how many laps, and just a little blurb. I was doing some detailed work, right? Who I was skating with, what the vibes were.
I like that, but you know what I want to see? I want to see the analytics. I want to see the raw data. I want to see how far you skated, how many times, top speeds. And no hate on people that are...
What a fucking nerd, eh?
Hey, no hate on people that are tracking their laps on like spreadsheets and stuff, but I'm like, we got the technology.
No, that was the plan. And I think I had heard someone talking about that, maybe on the pod, honestly. They were going to hook it up to a spreadsheet, and like a lot of things that we talk about in downhill just never fucking happens. So
the idea never happens.
Yeah, that was the plan. But this kind of put a damper on things, and I mean, it really shook my system. I mean, people get knocked out when they kind of take impact like that because it goes up your entire spine.
Yeah.
So it definitely shook me a little bit, kind of brought back some thoughts from past injuries. I had luckily, I mean, this is the first major one for a couple of years now. I made it out. So you got to pay to play, but...
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen you crash.
Yeah.
Maybe I have. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I've seen him crash. I've seen him crash, dude.
Cam seen me explode.
Yeah. I think this one time we were at Shitty and we were going full T.
Full T, 1T.
Full T, 1T into the first left at Shitty. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. Boy, do I. Yeah.
I mean, dude, you looked good going into the slide. Like, initiation was good. Like, and then you're going over the double yellow and you just get shit whipped, dude.
Yeah. Double yellow, like, completely stopped me going, like, probably, 10, 20 feet into the slide, maybe.
Oh, yeah. So you're still going probably 35, maybe more.
Yeah.
You know?
Straight to the head.
That
was another...
You got a tailbone on that one, too. Because remember...
Oh, yeah, I rolled. Yeah. Completely rolled.
Shit whip, dude.
Who got to skate the rest of the run, though? You and Leo. I was like, all right, I guess I'll drop out.
Wait, you did a driver swap mid-run?
I mean, it's like the first big turn, and then I was like, shit, well, we're definitely going to have to leave after this. We all knew that, and I was like, well, someone's got to skate it, right?
They just leave you on the side of the road. Just heal up, man. We're going to keep lapping, bro.
Yeah, we'll ask one of the neighbors to bring you down. They love us.
Hey, we've both seen each other get our bells rung.
Yeah. Yeah. Bad.
Yeah, I've seen Cam split a helmet for sure.
Oh, I've seen Cam go down a few times.
Yeah.
You ain't trying if you ain't falling.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
100%. Yeah.
Fuck's that mean?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Got something to say, bud?
Well, you got a video premiere coming out in like end of the month. Before we kind of get into your, background and your upbringing into longboarding, we definitely got to at least touch base on how filming was with Tej and maybe a tiny sneak peek of at least some roads you filmed, or
sure,
maybe some highlights of filming without giving too much away,
Yeah.
But how was that whole experience?
Filming with Tej was great. Yeah, I mean, I think we started up the project last April and probably wrapped it around September. So it's not like we just attacked it full throttle. Like we were pretty intentional about, we're both busy, working full time, real life responsibilities. And so we were trying to integrate it into our life, right? Like when we had time, we would dedicate, I mean, realistically, it's probably like 4 weekends worth of footage wrapped like that we did across 5 months, so we probably had like a major shoot every month.
Okay.
We didn't want to force it. We wanted things to kind of flow naturally. And yeah, I mean, it was a great experience filming with Tej. I mean, we just had excuse to hang out and go on little adventures together. And I mean, I love that dude. And it's something that we've been kind of, throwing around for a while. But, I'm just thinking we're hanging outside the Barksdale and T just telling everybody, yeah, dude, I want to like get going with you on something, like I always thought that we would potentially pull something together, but I'm like, how many people are you saying this to, bro?
Big ideas going down at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Especially for cig breaks.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
Yeah.
Sig's at the picnic table.
Just the visualizations, dude. Just
he was
visualize.
Yeah. He visualized. Yeah. I mean, Teach wanted to do a little something different than he normally does with his edits. I think that, there's a bit of an arc to this one. Like, we wanted this to be not just pure skating, but to be a little bit of a story, to be kind of a window into just like the scene and the community and sort of the lifestyle down here. I mean, what we have is pretty special, I think. You can get bummed out on it and resentful in certain aspects, but at the end of the day, I mean, community is kind of everything. And this is something else, man. So yeah, I feel pretty fortunate to have gotten the time with Tej. I think we documented some cool stuff. I mean, I could kind of maybe drop a hint or two.
Where'd you skate?
Yeah,
what are some roads? Throw some roads out there.
I'm just trying to think. I mean, I think like as Tej put it, the crux of the video was centered around Chibolba. So we got some Bulba footage. That was kind of like the biggest shoot that we did, because it was, I mean, I think we had five filmers there. We had Tej was like full director mode, managing everybody. First film for that got rained out, and then we had Tej, we had Rob was filming. I think Kevo was taking some shots. Tej's buddy Alex was taking some B-roll and some shots. Cam Jacobs, of course.
Wow.
And then Turner came out for the follow run, which was huge. So it's kind of
takes a village.
It takes a village, and
you had that many people on Bulba. Wow.
Yeah, it was honestly extremely stressful.
I bet it was. Like, you got to perform.
It's like dance monkey, dance. Yeah. Yeah. But the whole thing was, I didn't want, and Tej was also, I'm not extremely comfortable filming. I don't have much experience filming. In my opinion, it kind of detracts from skating in a lot of ways, where, I mean, we've skated together plenty. What do we like to do? Chain rip laps, right?
Yeah.
Make it as efficient as possible. Like, there's a lot of baggage that comes with filming, especially to the level, that Tej is doing. We're not just like spotting a corner and getting an iPhone clip. It's a production behind it. And so, yeah, getting some of the first shots on that, like having to skate the first straight, like on repeat, so everyone can get their corner shots
over and over,
like as hard as I ever have. You know what I mean? That was tough. And then after that, doing the follow, yeah, it was awesome. I'm just saying it takes a lot out of a player. I mean,
well, you probably know that road really fucking good now after that.
I feel like we've gotten our laps there. I mean, but that road, that first section has seen better days, dude. I mean, going into that right left after the straight, or at the end of the straight, you got no room in the left. There's essentially like half the road has fallen off, and they have this kind of like hack job patch over it. So you're basically using like you don't have the full road.
It's a feature.
I don't know who's using it as a feature, but you're not going full speed into that if you're using it as a feature.
No, it's a feature, like you're avoiding it. It's just another thing in the road.
Yeah, it's like you can't use the road optimally.
I don't know if that's what you call a feature.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's an obstacle.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, we got Boba. We obviously like documented the Pinners cleanup, which I think is a really special part. It's not just pure skating. It kind of shows some of the more pure extracurriculars that we get involved in down here. Cleaning up a road, giving back, forming community relations, super important. Also because, I mean, how many places do we have we don't have any infrastructure built for us. We're repurposing infrastructure. How many places are we welcomed? I think it's great that Pinners is, I think, one of them. You go there. I
People were like, "Thank you so much."
Yeah.
Driving up, like waving at us. I'm like, "Wow!"
Even during skate sessions, they're waving at you.
That you don't get that anywhere.
Nah.
That's for sure.
No, that's respect.
That was cool though. Like just seeing the squad there today, like gave me like an energy boost. Like I felt like good leaving there. Like yeah, it was cool to just see everyone like on the hill hanging out.
It's therapeutic, I think, cleaning up trash. Like, I'm wondering who these people are. It's not an accident, right? Like, I mean, I guess, you could have trash fly out your window, but like a whole bag of Cookout, a pack of Johnny Bootleggers, I don't think so. Like, there's serial litterers going up and down that road. It's kind of a throughway, but it's definitely out in the cut,
I mean, how many bags of trash we have? Like a dozen, 2 dozen?
Yeah, for sure.
And we just cleaned it up like not that long ago. So
the first cleanup, we were pulling some crazy stuff out of the
couches, tires.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate you, organizing that through the years we've been doing it. I almost didn't go. I woke up and was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go. I'm glad I did though.
Yeah, I mean, it would have just been like every other Pinners cleanup. Like it wouldn't have been a big deal.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been different.
I always come to Pinners cleanups. I was at the last one.
Dan like
I was.
He was there. He was there. Yeah.
I was the first one there, Bailey and I, and we skated down to Ken.
I think Bailey's been to every single cleanup.
100%. Bailey always pulls up for that.
Shout out
Absolutely.
Bailey. Yeah.
Yeah, glad we got to do that. I mean, I guess we can kind of get into your early days of longboarding. Were you like a skater kid growing up?
Where do we begin?
Yeah. For the people listening, Griffen has a notebook that has an insane amount of writing in it. He's been journaling.
You gotta show
this. Yeah, put that up to the camera.
Console.
Leatherback notebook. Yeah, like when did you get into skating? Did you get into longboarding primarily first? And like, what was your first setup?
Yeah.
A lot of questions thrown you at.
No, that's right. Yeah, the very beginning. So no, I wasn't like a skate kid. I don't think that I was born with any sort of natural athletic ability. I think that all of it was trained out of just, will. But no, I mean, I think when I was like 5 or 6, I mean, I would just love going out in the driveway and like messing around on anything that had wheels on it. We had bikes, scooters, little plastic skateboards, right? So I think I was always just like a very energetic kid, couldn't stop moving, couldn't stop fidgeting. And so that was a good thing for me to just kind of play around. I think I was also into the whole, look at me doing this. And my parents are probably just like, yeah, that's really cool. But then I think I learned how to snowboard probably when I was like 7 years old. So a really close friend of the family, Michael, who's honestly like an older brother to me, kind of like an older brother, cousin, uncle kind of deal. My dad worked with him. He was an exchange. He was doing an exchange program through a university he was at in France, and ended up doing an internship at my dad's company that he was working in the marketing department at. And he ended up becoming a huge part of my upbringing. He was around all the time. Very close family friend. He taught me how to snowboard. So I think that was the very beginning. And then, kind of dabbled with skateboarding. My neighbors had skateboards. I had like a birdhouse skateboard. I think I got when Tony Hawk was in town. There was like this memorabilia store he was doing like a signing at. I think that's where I got my birdhouse board in like 2006. I was probably 10, right?
Okay.
Practicing like ollieing in neighbors' garages and stuff. I was always more interested in loosening the trucks because I was always told like the trucks have to be tight, right? I wanted to loosen them and go outside in front of my house and just like cruise down the hill, and so I think 2008, Christmas of 2008, my brother Cole got a Sector 9 cruiser. So I didn't even get this. This is his cruiser, and I just remember being like, damn, like that's sick. It's kind of like it's a smoother ride. Like and so I would always just like bum his cruiser off of him. And then we kind of switched off on his cruiser for probably about a year. And then I think in 2009 broke my collarbone. This is before I even get into literally just like skating in an adjacent neighborhood that we're not technically supposed to be in. I think there was a sign, it's like no trespassing or something. And I saw
from a young age.
From a young age,
Yeah.
yes. That's where my fear started. My fear of trespassing. There was like a construction worker there, dude. And I tweaked while I was going probably a little too fast above running speed. And I went to go run it off and just went down to my shoulder, broke my collarbone. My parents were like, you're not doing that. Like, you know, like any concerned parent. But I remember ordering my skateboard before I had the sling off because I was just so... Right around that same time, you ever see Western Sessions?
That original?
Yeah, it's like original docuseries. That's kind of what started the flame. It was the perfect storm. Like my brother had the cruiser. We already had some like experience doing things with different boards, like skimboarding at the beach, all that good stuff. And so we saw that. They were giving out like DVDs at the local surf shop on Long Island out during a summer.
Original was so hot in that era.
So hot.
It was insane.
And we got sweeped right in. We would literally watch that DVD like on a portable DVD player, like on the bus going to school. And that was the inspiration. They're just cruising around, having a good time, makes it look so accessible. And they're on those spring-loaded trucks that makes it like it looks and it is much more interesting than like cruising on a shitty Sector 9 pintail, right? You got a little bit more to play with. So that's how we started out, and it was myself, my brother Cole, and then my neighbor Christian, and we would go on little adventures and do manuals and shit like that. You know what I mean?
So what was your first setup?
My
An
first-
original?
Oh yeah, original spring-loaded trucks. It was a Malachi 40,
Okay.
signed by the entire original skateboarding team, which I was
No.
stoked on. Oh yeah, just like randomly, I got in like the whole bottom of it was just like signed by all the team riders at the time, which were like dudes who were just like cruisers basically. So stoked.
Wow.
So that was the first one, and then graduated to an Apex 37. Like, did you ever mess around with the original boards?
I remember the Arbiter coming out,
Whoa.
and that was a top mount like board.
Yeah, that was the board that I started actually doing like sliding all four wheels on. I think it's like 2013 is when I think Christmas of 2012 was when I got the Arbiter. I had like Caliber trucks, and it was just like, all right, I know these spring-loaded trucks are shit. Like if I want to start going faster and like bombing, right, need to be on something more stable. And then it's also something I can like maneuver and slide. So like the true first setup was not original skateboard spring-loaded trucks stems. Like that was like the cruising setup that we would kind of repurpose.
Purple stems?
Purple stems, absolutely, on the Malachi.
Nice.
Orange stems on the Apex 37. But the setup was just like Cal 50s, Arbiter, and ABEC 11 flashbacks.
Oh, that's sick.
The Apex just reminds me of Mike Virgin.
Oh, we were watching plenty of Mike Virgin.
Dude, because that's like right in that era.
Mm-hmm.
I think he posted that video of him just doing like the sickest like 270 360 slide shoves out on just like a straight flat road basically, and in Ohio.
Oh yeah. You're like, this is the sickest shit I've ever
I'm like,
seen.
just the way he hucks that fucker just around, just so snappy and bolts every time. And he's like, he's just like got a tripod set up. Like he did have a filmer at one point, but like, just like, that's roots right there. Just like, I remember watching that and just like,
Still can't do any of that shit.
come on, Griff.
Like that would get me stoked for sure. But I mean, I never had that kind of technical ability. I mean, shit. That's why I got into fucking longboarding, right? And I'm watching them.
True that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So am I do I fill the stereotype of never learned how to ollie, proficiently went to longboarding? Absolutely.
You ever kickflipped?
Absolutely not. I could,
Yeah, me either.
I was
What?
I can't kickflip.
Oh,
I can ollie.
Mr. Technical. Yeah. So,
I've seen this guy kickflip.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. We don't gotta
first
worry about him.
first tee the other night I saw.
Yeah,
in the
first
garage.
tee. I was like, dude, be
10 beers
careful.
deep. Yeah.
I was kind of worried
How are
about
ya?
you.
how are you?
No, I mean, I was the kid in like I don't know why we were always in someone's driveway or garage that like I would try the ollie and be like, yo, did that get off the ground? Like, did I get any, you know what I mean?
Like, no.
Yeah. I just never,
slapping the tail down, just making sure that the rears get off. Just slapping it as hard as you can.
I had one neighbor that was really good. He had a quarter pipe in his yard, and I mean, dude, I like tried dropping in on his quarter pipe, and I remember just like, I think the only time I tried to drop in, I'm getting a lot of street cred here, like just completely busted. So
did you lean back too far, or you didn't drop in?
I think I leaned forward too much and just went straight to it. So
dude, mini pipes will body you.
Yeah,
they look just like, come on in, you know, water's fine. You know, it's fuck, yeah. They will body you. Dude,
yeah. That's where longboarders get like straight to the ER is the mini ramp.
I fucking love a good mini ramp though.
Well, all right, we can kind of I like where we're going on this conversation. I mean, you told me that like the NYCL folks were like in your neighborhood skating.
Yeah, so we're still around like the 2012, 2013 era, right?
Yeah.
So just get the Arbiter, kind of just come off the spring-loaded trucks, and then I'm kind of like, I don't know how I initially found out about them, right? So like there was finding out about their YouTube channel, I think through my buddy Christian, and he's like, dude, they're like skating our neighborhood. And so I'm looking through, I mean, dude, NYCL era footage was just like, you know, Juicy J, like Waka Flocka, just like, I mean, that got me like hyped. But basically seeing them skate my neighborhood, and then there's basically two routes in my neighborhood. There's like kind of goes from the top, turns into my street, and I guess it's a little bit more technical slides. You could go like probably, you know, 30 into slides, and then there's the other route which is a straight bomb, and you can go like 45. Which is like pretty solid for, you know, walking out your door. But yeah, we're watching footage of them skate that, and then also seeing kind of what else in like the region and like the neighboring towns they're skating was definitely a driving force. I mean, I also just like there was multiple times where I was like driving with my parents and I see NYCL coming down like the hill skating like that, and this is like probably even further back, like 2011, 2012, and I'm like, there's people skating in my neighborhood, never thought anything of it. But yeah, there was times in 2013 I'd be out hiking in my neighborhood and NYCL would pull up and I'd be like, damn, like I would see their Thane lines all the time, right? But these guys were like leaps and bounds ahead of me, and so they probably thought that I was just like some fucking kook. I was some fucking kook.
I mean, we kind of glazed over it. You're from New York.
Yes,
correct?
Yeah, from New York. I mean, I was born on Long Island, just like Tony. Shout out Tony. And then, yeah, like 2002, we moved up to Westchester County, and so it's like an hour north of New York City and Katona, and into this really great neighborhood with a lot of other kids my age. I was really blessed in that way. There was probably like 20 kids within a 5-year range of me growing up, and so going out to play was like a thing. Like going out in the woods and building forts, like freaking carving spears and stuff. Like that's what we did. We were like playing like the pond and the river. Like we had a wholesome upbringing. But yeah, I was very fortunate we just so happened to be like on a hill that was like on NYCL's loop. So that, I mean, dude, I saw them skating and I was just like, I want to do that. Like that is raw.
That's so cool. Because this has came up on this podcast before. Like people see it in the flesh and they're like, oh yeah, like that's me. That's got my name on it.
Didn't you say you saw Thane lines from the bus?
Oh yeah, so yeah, my bus.
That's so
just
sick.
looking out the window.
Well, dude,
I mean, are those?
My parents, we'd be driving out the neighborhood and I would see like their perfect like 4-wheel pink polka dot just like painted Thane lines, and I'd be like, dude, if I could slide like that one day, that would be so cush.
One day.
But yeah, my bus route, I mean, in late middle school, this is probably more like high school era, probably 2013, 2014, we would be pulling up kind of like the heavier hills in my area, in my town, and there would just be painted. Like on a Monday morning, it'd be, I mean, you got up for school hella early. And I would just be like looking out the bus window and there would just be like painted slides all over the hill. And I'd be like, they were here this weekend. They were like, there must have been a lot of people here this weekend. So I kind of like, yeah, poached spots off them from that, right? So I knew where some of the, you know, heavier spots were.
It's so sick.
Just look for new spots. Just if there's no Thane lines,
Yeah, it must
don't go
suck.
there.
Yeah. Wow.
So I think that's a bit unique. And I mean, they were great skaters. I'm trying to think, like, I don't think that they were ever. There was definitely a bit of like gatekeepy vibe for good reason. I mean, I was just learning how to slide. I'm sure they didn't really want to see me outside my neighborhood, but to me, it was kind of just like, damn, like they're like, I remember one of kind of like the ancillary I don't even know if that's the right word, NYCL members. Well, not really a member, right?
Nice vocab word.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Nice. Yeah. We'll go with
Maybe
it.
like a tertiary NYCL member, right?
okay.
Not actually, not actually like, you know, first
Right
string,
over my
second
head.
string.
way above my head.
Let's say a friend of NYCL. I had gone to camp with him. His name was Drew Bowe. It's actually Skylar's friend. I haven't seen that dude in forever, but he would skate with them. And so we kind of like were in contact with Drew. And so I remember hitting Drew up probably in like 2013, 2014. I'm like, yo, so other than like, I mean, I could just like drop, yeah. Other than Cortland Manor Road, like all these other roads, like what other spots do you guys skate? And he's like, whoa, don't blow the spots. And I was like, oh, it's like that. I was like, could you just give me like one spot? And he's like, no.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah. The thing with longboard progression is it's like you like want to see people come up, but it's hard when you're like you're not quite there yet, and you're like, I kind of don't want to invite someone to the spot that's like gonna hurt themselves. It's almost not so much about blowing the spot, but you're like, you're just not quite there yet.
Was that a thing back in the day, though? Were you that worried?
I was the one that people should be worried about growing up myself. But, and I think definitely in these like places that don't have too many spots, like the gatekeeping was like more of a thing for sure. And it was like not even that good of roads, but you're like,
It's all relative.
it's all, yeah.
I thought it was warranted. I mean, like looking back on it, of course, in the moment you kind of feel like maybe a little burned or something, but it was warranted. And also, dude, it gave me respect. It made me want to, you know, start out on the basic hills, do like, you know, progress as much as I could on them until I felt like I was ready. I also had a pretty large sense of like mortality. I mean, I was not the daredevil type. I was very cautious and calculated, and I think I'm honestly still that way. Like I worked my way up like step by step. I never skated out of my bounds.
It can get sketchy real fast if you do.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I mean, the first time I ever saw you skating, I was like, who is this dude? Like, this guy is like ripping insanely hard at Chimney.
Chimney.
Yeah. Which, you know, my favorite road.
Yeah, you're exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I guess
Better than Paradise.
craziest take I've ever heard on here.
Griff, I'm supposed to mediate this.
We're supposed to.
That's why I'm in the middle.
We're supposed
man.
to like.
I'm trying to have your back here, and then you say that stupid shit, dude. Come on, man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It's
it's
rage
crazy.
Just because it doesn't have fucking toe sides.
Rage
for it.
bait.
Sorry,
It's
bud.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is.
That's what it is.
That's like the most rage bait thing you can say.
Yeah, Jesse's like, you need to have more heel side appreciation. I'm like, I got plenty of it. But like, okay, just to level here though. I mean, where are my goofy skaters to support me? Name one left on Paradise that's better than any of the lefts on Chimney.
Well, I mean,
Not that that's all that matters, but just
okay, so there's the top left, and then there's the straightaway. Straightaway left.
What do you mean?
There's only two lefts on the road.
first left, dude.
Oh, like the first left spin?
No, not like the top one, but like
Yeah,
after
like
the
the actual-
fast,
I don't
after the
count.
fast right. What are you talking
That
about,
left
dude?
is sick as fuck.
Yeah.
I've seen you do a hundy there.
Yeah, but also the cracks that you need to contend with, like at the point of initiation, to me, it's just it quickly after, you know, I liked that corner when I started skating it. I went as hard as I could into that corner with a single slide, but you're initiating over those cracks, and I've gotten stopped on the cracks at Paradise at the point of initiation on the big right, and dude,
Oh yeah, I popped my shoulder.
broke my
out on
ribs
that.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't know. I love Paradise. I haven't skated in a while. I mean, I don't think.
Yeah, I haven't skated in a year. I was
Last
with you,
time-
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, we got. I look back, you get shit whipped. And
Yeah,
then boom, Bailey gets shoot.
got bodied there actually myself. Yeah, when you think about it, yeah, I got really pretty hurt there the last time I was there. But yeah, I mean, I guess when did you? God, you were longboarding at a pretty early age, man.
Yeah, but just sort of in silo. I mean, like other than like the NYCL inspiration, I wasn't skating with anyone, right? Like I started out with my brother, my buddy Christian, but like they quickly, like 2013 hits and they start like, there's also some like dudes that we, through school that kind of joined the original cruiser gang, but people quickly dropped like flies in 2013, especially getting into late 2013. Christian was playing, he was getting more involved in sports. I mean, dude's a pro golfer now. I saw him compete in the U.S. Open like a few years ago.
Who is this?
Not a big deal.
Yeah, my buddy Christian. Like honestly,
What's his last name?
Christian Cavalieri. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know this.
Shout out. He's probably on the Live tour now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you gotta be name dropping that guy more. That's sick as fuck.
Yeah, he's like longtime childhood friend that this all started out with. And honestly, I mean, at the time, I had some resentment towards my brother and him because I'm like, you guys are just gonna like stop. And like to me, it's quickly became all that I cared about. That was a time where too, I had a lot of social anxiety. And that's like prime high school. Like I was like junior going into senior year. Yeah, a lot of social anxiety, like really bad, like acne problem, which took a hit to my confidence as well. And so like there was the 2013 summer, that's when I got my reps in where I would literally pull double headers during the summer. I had nothing to do. I'd wake up before the sun rose, go out and hike my runs, hop in the pool during like the heat of the day, and then I would go back in the afternoon. I did that all summer, probably 2013 and 2014, grinded by myself. Didn't skate with anyone.
Is that when you were getting the toe sides dialing it up?
Dude, the toe side flicks that I was doing at that time were, I mean, you'd have to slow it down to see if all four were scrubbing. I mean, but yeah, they're
pokes.
2014 is when I started to maybe poke out. But dude, I had an easier time. I felt like I always had more leverage doing a toe side than a heel side, especially when you're doing those little like, two-wheel slide cheats, like little like revert. Always had more torque going toe side. Yeah, so there was always something about doing, like I feel like the hardest slide that I learned was doing like a Coleman or a Pendy. Like I didn't learn how to Pendy until, I mean,
yes,
2019
like
maybe,
a year ago?
2018, yeah, a few years ago. Oh yeah, because I learned the Northeast route, right? Like I just started doing stand-ups, and I had to teach myself how to do glove down, like how to skate glove down. I mean, dude, I had to teach myself how to skate glove down probably in like 2017, 2018. It came a little bit quicker, but yeah.
I mean, I've heard of that too. Like some people just toe sides come easier.
There's more leverage,
Yeah. It kind of makes more sense too.
Falling to your glove is a little bit more natural, I feel too. That's how I learned how to do a glove down toe side. It's just from falling to my glove doing toe sides,
The way your feet are positioned, you're kind of lined up better for it. But I was definitely the other way. Like, learned once I could Pendy, I was like, I can go down any road, just Pendy. When did you? So you're in high school. Like, when you were in high school, you were like pretty much dialed in. Like, yeah, I'm going to be doing this for a while. And what did that look like as far as peering into your future? What was on like? What was in your plans for longboarding? From like graduating high school and kind of becoming like a young adult.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I had any crazy outlook at that age. You know what I mean? You're kind of more, at least myself, very much living in the present. But it was such a special like grind to me. It was so fulfilling. I mean, getting better at something, having that inspiration of people much better than me doing it at essentially like the highest level of free ride, right, happening in my own backyard was very much an inspiration. Having that like bout of social anxiety and just being extremely shy, it was easier to just like pour all my energy into this than like socializing with my peers at the time. But yeah, I don't know. I was like, I want to get as good at this as I can. 2014 is when I went away to college. And I was like, all right.
Where'd you go to school?
Went to Bentley University in Waltham, Massachusetts, just like 20 minutes outside of Boston.
Were there hills?
So, I mean, I was locked in to go to Fordham, which is like, you know, probably 30-minute drive from my parents. I was very apprehensive about like going far away. I got a lot of encouragement from my parents. They wanted, you know, me to have like a really good college experience. And so I remember when we went to go tour there, I was grinding Find Hills. So you're not
Fuck school.
yeah. Because I mean,
What's the elevation on this? What's the gradient?
we're not working with much, especially there. Like I remember, I mean, we're dealing with, you'd be lucky if you see like a 400-foot elevation. Like how much of a run are you going to get out of that, right? So
Couple slides.
especially at that time. My campus was sort of situated on an incline. There were speed bumps, and you know how campuses are, so it wasn't ideal to skate. I did skate it a little bit. But there was like there's a couple roads just down the street that I had found. Doty Street was one of them, which turns out people actually skated, right? Like one of the first times that I went there when I was a freshman, I see Thane lines and I'm like, oh shit, okay, so like people come here.
I've seen this before.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, I know how this goes. But yeah, so I would basically it was a little bit less than a mile away, I would either push there or I would Uber there. Because I didn't have a car freshman year, but I knew I was like, I at least want to maintain my skill. But I did allow myself to really just like be at school, live the college experience. Like I ended up joining a fraternity. I ended up meeting some really great friends there. So I was able to balance it, especially in the beginning. Like in the beginning, honestly, like 2014, 2015, even 2016, like I was very involved in my fraternity. The focal point wasn't skating. Like I did it and I kept up with it. But it wasn't as much around like I wasn't as focused on progression. I really just wanted like to maintain the skill.
Were you skating with? Do you meet people there? Were you skating with, or what?
Yeah. So, so like the first couple years, like my freshman and sophomore year, I think I was just skating by myself. Sophomore year, I got a car.
You're just studying the blade. Just like getting your reps in, like. Yeah, this is all me.
Getting run reps in, then going back and like just being, yeah. But no, I did. I think it come around like 2016. I went to like so Boston LB was like a pretty active Facebook group, probably more active before. And yeah, I mean, I was checking out footage before I went to school, like Boston, you know, skateboarding, Boston longboarding, and everything just looked so mid, you know, like looked so shitty. And I'm like, wow, I'm really going from. I could like walk out my front door and skate like a perfectly good road to just like being in a barren wasteland. But I did end up using Boston LB to link up with some dudes. Brendan Ronan, I don't know if you know him. I think it was Sam Wolf, and then Mike Murphy was my first session. Mission Hill. Mission Hill was like a little collection, kind of like outside Boston a little bit, of just like really steep straights. So 2016, I had a few of those sessions. There was also so like Boston LB was kind of like my little like portal into skating with other people. And there was also Stoneham Graveyard. So yeah, basically a graveyard that people seshed at. I remember seeing a video of Brendan Ronan skating in pajamas, and I was like, dude, this guy's disrespectful as fuck. He's skating a graveyard? Like, can you do that? But it was for good reason. Like that was like the graveyard was the best that I had within a 20 or so minute drive. Like that ended up being the like training grounds, believe it or not, for college.
Graveyards have 6 spots. Like, I mean, there's usually not traffic there, too.
Yeah. These are old graves as well, you know.
So
you did it in Michigan?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got one here, too. It's kind of sick.
Oh.
Hey, for a graveyard?
I think that's where Cam learned how to do Romans. Is that the...
Yeah, for sure.
That's beautiful, though. Were you tapped into events at all yet? Like,
Great question.
When did that start happening?
Yeah, so 2017 was like my first, the first event that I went to in 2017 was SEMS.
I was there.
And that was probably a big year because I didn't see you. There's a bunch of people that I know were there, had no clue. Like that was to me, it was super overwhelming. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the huge event that I had always looked at. It never lined up. We were always on like family vacation during that week in August. And I think 2017, I was just like, listen, I know we got family vacation. I want to spend time with you guys, but like I'm driving from Long Island to go to this. Like it means that much to me. Like I'm going to this event. And honestly, I think earlier that summer I ended up, I would kind of bounce back between Long Island and upstate, if you want to call it that, Westchester, because we would spend the summers out there. And I ended up running into, there was another road that NYCL skated in, like out east, at the eastern end of Long Island. There was a hill. And I ran into some dude skating there. His name's Chris Lavinio, but he ended up connecting me with Ryder Hathaway, Chris Busta. So they were encouraging me to go to SEMMAS. And these were like the first couple of guys. I obviously knew of them. Busta convinced me to race at SEMMAS for the first, and I ended up going to like, I don't remember exactly what it was, some sort of final situation in like a lower.
We'll just say you went to finals.
In like a low, I don't know how the brackets go exactly, but I remember doing decent, like better than I thought I would do. But yeah, SEMMAS 2017, really skated with like the Durs there, like the most, like Benny and Will.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Benny in particular, like that's where I met him, and they were both fucking ripping, right? Like just doing like really crispy toe sides. I remember Ben was doing like Roman candles and like the big right. I was like, these dudes are what's up? They're from New York? Like, damn. Couldn't have been further away from each other in New York, but yeah. SEMMAS was sick. But I guess like after that, I went to this Newtown, Connecticut slide jam. That's where I met Yeah. That was like that was the bigger kind of like, I don't know, checkpoint. I met like Fabrizio there. I met the Antrim brothers there and a few other Connecticut skaters. And I just remember not knowing a single person there. It was honest. We were just hiking, right? Like hiking the slide jam hill. It was kind of just like perfect, crusty Connecticut slidey pave. But I was definitely like the only person that no one knew there. And I remember like multiple people coming up to me. They're like, damn, dude, like where you been kind of deal. And then I was like, oh, okay. So like they're impressed by my skill. Like that's kind of cool. Started connecting with the Connecticut boys. And that's what started. Like before I moved here, like I was skating with like Connecticut all the time. Those were and are the boys. But yeah, those were the first two events. So 2017.
Okay. Right on. I mean, were you traveling out of state at all? I mean, I guess Connecticut's out of state, but that's all so close, like as far as East Coast. Did you know about NC at this point? Were you?
So, yeah, that's a good question. I was hopping the border from like New York to Connecticut to Mass, like because I would pass through Connecticut to get to Mass. You know what I mean? So like I had a car at this point. I was like an upperclassman in college. But no, like I wasn't really skating elsewhere. I think there was a few like California trips in my later college years where I went out there. I was doing an internship, and 2 summers in a row I went out there. So we're
talking Malibu?
No, thank God, honestly. I mean, dude, me skating that in 2016 or 2017 would have been catastrophic. Like actually, I feel like up until
career over.
That's like challenging terrain. I honestly think that I haven't skated that stuff well until like the past probably like 4 or 5 years maybe. But no, it was like San Francisco. Like okay. San Francisco Straits. 2016 I was out there. There's Peninsula Downhill Sessions Facebook group I got linked up with. Try to get like a session out in kind of like more in the mountains. And I remember just like at that time, I felt like I needed to get to the sesh first. I needed to like warm up. I needed to stretch. I needed to do a couple slides at the top. Like it was very methodical.
Were you bringing a duffel bag at this point?
Dude, I had the whole rental car packed full of it. You know what I'm saying? Like there was multiple duffel bags. You think
what's in these duffel bags?
Anything I could possibly need. But anyways, I get out there. I'm like, where are we skating? Like, so I get the spots. I go out there, dude. Like literally, like 8 o'clock in the morning, I go to do some slides on this. I'm like, dude, this is fucked up. Literally got in my car and I just drove back into San Francisco. I messaged the guys. I was like, yeah, dude, I can't skate that. It's like way too gnarly. Never met up with them.
Oh, you bailed.
Bailed. Dude, because
maybe a good idea.
Dude, and then I remember the dude was like, damn, that's the easy stuff. And I was like, well, I can't do that. Yeah, it was just like so steep and crusty, and I just remember doing a slide on probably like Rain Envies and just like not slowing down. And I was like, yeah, this is not
Rain
fun.
Envies.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
Those were grippy.
Maybe for you, bro. You like grip on red snakes. I mean, yeah, but
They're thinny wheels, so that's what I'm saying.
They're like
got some
I
pullback.
remember them being like polka dot slippage, kind of like pink polka dot.
Well, why didn't you come down to NC for the first time?
We're gonna skip over all that.
I mean, we don't go.
No.
in chronological order,
NC's
right?
coming up, but yeah, you did ask like how I learned about NC, and I think it was honestly through like Pat Dort. I guess that was probably one that I missed, like at Stoneham. Met him probably 2016, 2017. Yeah, and then he kind of opened my eye. Like we started skating a little bit. He was obviously a whole world better than me. Definitely like mentored me a little bit, quite a bit. But yeah, he kind of like put me in. He kind of put NCDH on my radar, right? Like there's North Carolina skating happening. But he's like, yeah, but you got to know how to like skate glove down and like shut down in your own lane and like do it pendy. So like he definitely regulated me like as I should be. So I had a healthy respect for it. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't fiending to come down here until probably like 2018 when I'm kind of graduating college, going into grad school, getting some trips under my belt in 2018. But yeah, my first trip down here was May of 2019 with Chris Antrim. Just the two of us. We did like a little Virginia rip on the way. We skated Mordor. We slept in the car at the top of Mordor.
Oh,
dude, that's a busy throughway all night, man. People were like beeping at us and shit. That was like,
wait, where did you sleep?
And like a pull off in the car. We were both sleeping in the front seat, dude. It was like straight. Yeah.
Been there.
And then, yeah, I mean, I was too scared to skate the backside of it, left or whatever they call it. That was a little bit like chunkier. Mordor was cool. You're just passing like semis in like a really open, what is it, like 4-lane highway more.
Yeah, you just kind of haul ass on some big ass turns.
Yeah.
Six spot. You skate anything else in that area?
We did. Yeah, we skated. I think that we pulled up on the knob and we're like, people can't skate, or maybe Chris like took a lap there and then I wasn't interested or something. I don't know. Maybe it like looked too cliffy because at the top it does look and is that way.
Oh, 100%.
So I don't remember, but I do remember skating Breastworks, which is like this really cool kind of, the thing that was cool about Virginia is that just, or I guess, is this West Virginia?
It's on the border, isn't
Yeah.
it? Isn't Mordor like border of West Virginia and Virginia? I should know this more.
It's one of the two, you know, but it has like a lot of, it's almost like you're like skating like downhill transition almost. There's just so much really dramatic banking, and I remember that being super fun on Breastworks, really slidey pave. That's what sticks out to me. And then we kind of came over here, and yeah, I mean I was scared. I mean, dude, talk about Chimney. I didn't want to skate Chimney. I was like fixated on the seam in the middle, right? I was like, what are you doing this straight? And I'm like, these lefts are fucking massive. Like, I still couldn't really skate glove down very proficiently either. So it's not like I could just like chill it and I was worried about controlling my speed. I'd be like, dude, I just want to skate elk. All I wanted to do was skate elk.
Yeah.
Chris,
so was that your first road in NC you skated was elk?
Dude, I mean, I remember we went to Turkey. Like that was when Turkey was like, it was like fair grabs. Like they were giving that to out of towners. We got looped in. I think we got connected with like David through Devin Chambers, Connecticut skater. I guess he lived out in California a little bit. Homie, hooked us up. And so I'm pretty sure like without meeting us, David, like, cause I guess like, we got the good word. He gave us like GRC, Turkey. I remember we skated Turkey. I don't think that we went to GRC. We got some like, I think people sketched us out about it being gnarly or something. Like legitimately remember that.
Definitely gnarly with cars.
That was the thing. Yeah.
But man, Turkey though? God,
We got Turkey.
I love that road.
It was good. I do remember it being slightly at the time a little grippy and like wavy.
Yeah, it definitely was grippy years back for sure.
Grippy Baka. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, at least probably the first road that I skated at NC was Elk, dude. Like I think I knew that Elk was like the road you want to warm up on, and then I never wanted to skate anything else. I distinctly remember making Chris, or like very nicely asking Chris, like I was just skating like exclusively green Kevos and skating Elk Glove down. And I was like, I had him break in my wheels at Chimney. Just never wanted to skate Chimney.
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta
Having people break in wheels for you.
And
That's pretty
You
sick.
spoiled little fuck.
no, well, okay. It
I'll
does,
break your wheels in. They're like flat spotted.
No, he did a fantastic job, and they
Shout out crew.
shout out Chris Matthew's done it for me too. Those are my boys.
Shout out Matthew as well.
But they liked the practice on. They were more into racing, right? They liked the practice of like skating skins, and I like, dude, no, fuck that. Like the fact that
Hated it.
the fact that they put skins on purple and green
free ride
Kevos
wheel.
is honestly like pretty heinous, because
It's like a totally different wheel.
right, and so like, dude, you go to break that wheel in on an open road, you better be on your shit, because at some point that is just not gonna hook up. Like first it's
You gone.
slippery. You got the oil, right? You got the oil on top of the skin. So it's first gonna be slippery, and then it's hella grippy. And if you manage to not like high slide on that, then all of a sudden one slide will just be like, and you'll be like, oh, they're broken in. Hope you're staying in your lane. So I just think it's dangerous, honestly. Like, what happened to like pre-ground, or what are we calling that?
Budget cuts.
Stone ground.
Stone ground finish. Yeah, could we get a stone ground finish on that?
What's up with that, Griff?
Yeah, what's up with stone ground finishes these days? Yeah. Really? I mean, honestly.
What's up with that?
Actually, though,
Fuckers over at Powell Peralta lazy or what?
You know what I'm saying, though? Great wheels, but that's
They are.
little constructive feedback.
I mean, I had the same. The first time I rode the green ones, I was like, oh wow, yeah. As advertised, these are like the grippiest Powell wheel, and then they broke in. I'm like, I can't ride these on like open roads.
Red's
for my-
grippiest, no?
I never rode the reds.
Yeah, I mean, the Reds are definitely, but they do get to a slidey point. Like, they just have a more in the pavement feel that other Powell wheels lack. But yeah,
What are we chewing over
I mean-
here, Griff?
aspartame free gum.
You don't like that Asper Flame? That's the best part.
Is it?
Dude, I keep thinking you
How do
guys
you even
have
pronounce
fucking
it?
bad breath, and I look over and there's fucking cut up fresh ginger.
I was
on
wondering
the-
what that
on
smell
the-
was.
On the fucking, you think it was me just burping, just.
I honestly thought
I'm
we'd
all right.
use it a little bit
I'm
more.
all right, dude. I'm good. Get that shit.
We got a nice spread on the table here right now.
Yeah, nice
if you're
spread of
listening,
fresh ginger
very nice spread. Very nice
I
spread.
thought it would
on
be
a
helpful.
charcuterie board.
Well, I mean, you lived in Boone years back. I mean, you were at the castle, correct?
Yeah. So
Like,
yeah,
when did that come? How did you get linked up with moving to the castle? Like, did you come to Boone beforehand, or like what did that look like?
so on
Real
yeah,
quick,
yeah.
like when you first like came here in what was it, 2018,
2019.
2019? Damn, that wasn't that long ago. It is now, but thinking about it,
Damn, that was
like
7 years ago.
no, I know, chill. Like, were you just like drawn immediately? Like, holy fuck! Like, I need this like
No.
in my life. Oh,
I was so
dude, okay. That's way different than me, because I was like, as soon as I fucking came here in 2016, I was like, I'm gonna fucking move here at some point in my life. Like, I'm fucking here.
You're probably more ready for it than I was. I was definitely like, I was a little bit nervous. It was very nerve-wracking skating. I didn't want to skate anything else. Like, Chris wanted to go out to all these roads, like Surf Spot, but he would just hear a road name, and be like, oh yeah, let's like check out that one. Like, no, not knowing where it is. I was like, let's just like stick to this shit. Like, I remember we pulled up on Cannes, the gate was closed that trip, and we like hike up. It's hella humid, like about to pour. And- Yeah, we're hiking.
So wait, you just parked on the side of the road?
We like, dude, we
Outside the gate?
Yeah, we parked like outside the gate. Chris knew where it was. He knew about it. I didn't know what the fuck Can was. I was like, what? We walk up the first two corners, and I'm like, dude, this is fucking steep. Dude. Like, I was so winded too. Like, Chris gets immediately on his board, starts just like skating it. The bottom section, I'm like, dude, I'm not doing this. Chris wanted to hike all the way up to the top and skate, and I was like, listen, dude, I can't. Ended up raining, but I forget what I was going with that. But no,
Ended up raining.
I was afraid of the roads. I went home just kind of like, maybe I'm not cut out for North Carolina. Like this stuff's heavy.
Well, you said earlier you're like a calculated kind of skater, and you're skating within your means. So definitely, if you come to a new area and you're like, yeah, maybe I'm not quite there yet. I was definitely had a different mindset. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna send it.
Full blown loose cannon.
Yeah, absolute loose cannon. For better or worse, but yeah. How did you get linked up with going to Boone? Like, obviously, I guess at that point you're graduating college. Like, what was kind of the path to moving down here?
So yeah, I did a few trips in 2019. The other trip was in November with Cody Pierce. We came down, Northeast legend Cody Pierce, and that time we did a little bit more Boone. I think Chris and I did a little bit of Boone, but we didn't really have any connections. Missing a huge part of this. Towards the end, the reason that I was so shook and didn't necessarily think I was cutting out for NC, the end of Chris and I's trip, we go to Boone. I remember we meet up with Troy and River. I think Pat hooked us up with them on like one of the last days of our trip. And we're going to do like a 105 loop or something. I think we skated like Big Bear, some other shit. But I just remember, I think maybe the first place we went to was Perro. And I liked it. I was like, damn, all right, like big stand-up slides, like let's go. And I was kind of getting comfortable. And in the straight, I just like hit a massive rock without seeing it. My board stopped, went straight down to my hands. I ended up breaking my scaphoid, my wrist.
Whoa.
I skated the rest of the run, but then I was kind of like, damn, that kind of hurts. So we got ice. I kind of shuttled the rest of the runs, and I was like not trying to skate anything else. I couldn't put any pressure on it. Because I got blindsided, right? Like that's a fat straight, and if you fall, you're a lot of distance to the ground. But yeah, Chris had to drive the entire way home that night. I was like in so much pain. Didn't have to get surgery, thankfully.
You had to go home?
Yeah, well, I think that we were heading home anyways, that evening. But yeah, so I didn't really I kind of left NC a little defeated. You know, I kind of got blindsided as I was starting to get a little comfortable. But I ended up coming back in November with Cody. I think we stayed with Pat, and kind of spent more time in Boone, some time at the bars, some time at Boone Saloon.
Oh yeah, gotta hit Saloon up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So we got kind of like more of a flavor for, I think, like the college town vibe and maybe some of the people there. We did some good skating, I recall. After that trip, I think I was kind of like, damn, like I got some homies down there. We were chilling with Brees, who I had met up in the Northeast before he moved down. That's what kind of opened my eyes to it, right? And then it became a goal of mine. I knew I wasn't ready to do it yet. I was in grad school at the time. And so I was like, okay, at the very least, I got to finish grad school, and then there will be some sort of like move that happens then. I mean, COVID hits like right as I graduate grad school.
And you're doing grad school all remote, correct?
No, I was in person for most of my courses. I did some remote, but yeah, it was an in-person. And I did it through the university that I went to undergrad in.
Which was in Mass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kind of so
you're going back and forth.
What?
Like you're going back and forth like from like Boston or Mass,
I'm living in Somerville at the time with my buddy Tyler, who I was in the fraternity with. And honestly, something that I skipped over with the fraternity is that we had like pledge tasks, right? So we're going back to like 2015, 2016, 2017. The pledge task is basically like, you know, when these pledges are pledging, they have to like do something for you, right? Like you have like 11 pledges in the pledge class. My pledge task was just like shuttle me runs, and so
Oh, they had it easy.
They had it easy. I would hook it up. I mean, we would just like chill.
That's sick.
I'd pick him up in my car. We would go down the street, just like get a bunch of laps in. And I think Cammy could probably tell you, I think that he was in the car for at least one of those, and that would be my pledge task. So I guess all I have to say, towards the end of college, like that would like I was so the fraternity was still like an interest, but like I was turning more towards skating, especially when the fraternity was ending, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to grad school, like skating. Like I want to be skating, and I forget where we were going with that. I think you were asking like me going back and forth. I was living in Somerville when I was in grad school.
Yeah.
So I was living in Mass.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm commuting, but it's like 15 minutes.
Yeah, you had your first trip down to, NC, and then you had your little boon stint in there. When were you? I know you lived at the castle for a while. When did that come to fruition? What was that looking like?
Yeah, that was winter of 2021. Jesse and I had gone down to. We had done an NC trip back in October of 2020. And that was I guess my third time, going to NC over those 2 years. And it ended up raining a lot. We were actually staying at the Garden Road skate house.
Oh, here in Asheville.
Here in Asheville, yes. And so
Nice.
yeah, we were crashing on the couch. That's when I met a lot of like the characters, That's where I met Teach. But that trip, it rained a lot. And so we were going over to, like, I wanted to skate. I was fiending. So, like, we were like, what can you rain skate around here? We were just driving, like, an hour, 45 minutes to go skate Fox Tits. This was I was pushing for this. I was like, we need to skate. I'm not skating anything in Nashville in the rain. We're going to go to Fox Tits. And so we ended up, like, getting over to Boone and there. That's when we met Jesse Greenberg. I had known of him, obviously, right? Willie Durr, like I was in touch with him because of Sem Mass and just going back. And so I remember I stopped there this is still kind of like COVID times. Like I think Will had just gotten COVID, or like Muff had COVID, passed it around to everyone. Sounds.
Yeah.
We love Muff.
Probably passed a couple other things around to people.
Okay.
Shout out Muff.
We love Muff. Yeah, so anyways.
I love you, Muff.
I remember like I had this weird tear in one of my insert bushings. I was skating Rogues, and I was like obsessing over it. I think I had taken apart my hardware because it was like rain skating and had to dry it off. And I was like, oh shit, who's got bushings? And Will was like, oh, Jesse has them. And so we stopped by the castle. This is in October. Picked them up. I think Will came out in like a mask because he had COVID or something. We got the insert bushing. But later that trip, it ended up clearing up. We ended up skating and staying at the castle. And so I knew Will. We were already homies. But like this is where I really kind of, Jesse and I got to know each other a little bit. And we had a lot in common. We definitely hit it off. And so I remember like at the end of that trip, him kind of mentioning like, dude, we're probably going to have a room opening up here in the next couple months. And I was like, because I kind of, we got along. I was like, damn, this dude's like the truth. And I was like, I could see myself. I probably mentioned like I would love to like come down here for a little bit. And so sure enough, winter 2021, I kind of just like getting super burnt out on like the Northeast skating. I feel like people were hella unambitious at the time. And, I wasn't really content with the one group sesh a week, if we're lucky, if it so happens to work out on the weekend. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be satisfied with just like taking a few yearly trips to NC, or like around to skate like good shit. And so I kind of hit him up on a whim in February, and he's like, yeah, dude, this other roommate who was not a non-skater, I forget what the dude's name was, he was moving out. And so I was like, he's like, Will's gonna swap up to his room from the basement. He's like, the basement room will be open. It's like $240 rent. And I was like, shit.
You were in the basement?
Oh, yeah. I was in the basement.
Oh, my
bedroom.
gosh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was just like, dude,
Did you piss in the sink down there ever?
No, dude, come on.
You didn't piss in the sink?
Dude, absolutely. I had to.
Yeah.
There was one bathroom in the house up a flight of stairs.
Pissed in that sink, too.
Dude, I loved pissing in that sink.
This is disgusting. I brushed my teeth in that sink, dude.
It's a urinal. It's literally a urinal. Like,
sorry, bud.
much.
Yeah, that setup was honestly awesome. Like, dude, that was such a cool experience. Like living on Juna and living with those boys, But yeah, it kind of came down. It was just like, I'm going to try it out for a few months. Low commitment. It's a month to month, $240 rent. At the time, I was working remote. I had an apartment in Southie with my college buddies. And I kind of didn't really give them too much of a heads up. I was spending a lot of time in New York skating with the CT boys. That was like what I was interested in doing during COVID. And so I didn't spend that much time there as it is. But I kind of just like left being like, I'm going to try out and see how it goes. Like I got my foot in the door and I just didn't turn back, you know? Yeah, Castle, that was like the end of the Castle era almost. I caught like the last like 4 months of it.
The last wave. Well, I guess Ashley and Madeline like moved in after, right? So it was like still. They did. That's when like the castle was probably its nicest. They like redid the floors and like spruced it up nice. But did you ever hit the castle corner?
I hit the castle corner. Meaning like the castle corner meaning like the apartments across the street, right? Yeah. We were. We never skated like Juna from above the castle because apparently was it Mr. Denny?
Oh yeah, Eric Denny.
He didn't want us. He also didn't want anyone walking outside without a shirt on. Apparently, I remember Jesse telling me that there was like Mr. Denny rules. You know,
I got into it a couple times with that guy.
Is that the dude across the street from?
Yeah,
the castle?
Yeah.
He's been there for like his whole life. Probably,
he'd always be like blasting 5 o'clock out of like vodka, like out of the bottle and stuff. And I actually met his whole family. They were like, "No, you're cool. Like our dad's fucking crazy." Like, he means well, though. I got invited to, like, the cookout across... Like, everyone was, like, out of town, and I'm, like, just, like, at the cookout with them across the street. Good guy. He's just probably... I don't know if he drink. I think he stopped drinking, but that's...
A little disgruntled. Just kind of like, yeah.
Whole sidebar story, but...
Yeah. But I did skate the castle corner, but, like...
You ever hit Howard's Knob?
Yeah, so I mean, I never did, but I always remember the lore that Jesse would share with me was that Ed would like hitchhike up that. And I was like, damn, that's gnarly, dude. Because I would drive up Howard's Knob every once again and be like, could I skate this? And then I'd look at it and be like, nah. And then I'd like a few months later, like go back up and just be like, nah. The fact that he was hitchhiking that, I mean, dude, it's not just the road layout, but just the traffic and like the top section with the guardrails. Like, where are you going?
There's the circular punched things in the road.
There's pavement situations.
Like that will eat a wheel.
Oh yeah. Did you skate that?
I've taken 3 runs on it ever.
And how were they?
I was like, I'm never skating this road again. But I live like a quarter of a mile from it, so like I probably should. But
I always felt guilty about it. I was like, damn, I'm a coward for not skating Howard's.
I don't know. I don't blame you. There's like way better stuff.
No one was skating it other than apparently Ed. So yeah, I mean
that's factual.
Yeah. So
what were you skating though in Boone?
Yeah, so it was
what was your go-tos?
I mean, dude, I was hiking Paro every single day after work. I was seshing the right to left and at the bottom, and I was just practicing. Because Jesse was involved in this, or Jesse was, finishing up his grad program, which seemed really intense, and so he was very busy with his studies. And then, I think Will had just come off of doing like the wilderness therapy guide, and so he was kind of like. He had been down there for a little bit. He got his fill of skating. So and then I was living with Evan Sarek at the time as well. And he kind of skating was past him. He was getting into like running marathons and
he does crazy, like 100, like super ultra marathon running stuff.
Yeah. So he was doing that. So there wasn't really many, like I would skate with those boys, but every day after work, it'd be like a 75% chance like that I was just like going out to skate by myself. So I would just be hiking that. Did a little bit of hiking, some blowing rock stuff. Like I ended up befriending some neighbors at Backflip.
Really?
Yeah. And so, like
I always get it mixed up. Does Backflip have the white line solid down it?
Yeah. Well, Backflip has the, like the tar snakes. You know what I'm talking about?
It's up by the Appski.
Appski, yeah, you go past Appski.
You want some like sidebar lore here?
Yeah, let's hit it.
My girlfriend's parents have a house at the top of that road.
Really?
Yeah.
Clear Bear?
Oh yeah. I
Wow.
went there for Thanksgiving and I was like,
Did you skate it?
no, I did not. It was like 4 degrees out.
Was that your like talking point with the family?
Yeah. They were like, oh yeah, we've seen skaters here. And I was like, you
probably
probably
saw
seen me.
I would just like hike the condensed pins at the bottom, and I ended up like talking to the guy who ran the HOA, and he was totally chill with me. Like we had a conversation, it was totally fine. So like that would be another, like that would be on rotate. Like those are like the 2 hike spots that I would just like go get my reps.
Dang, you were hiking that.
Just the bottom little section, yeah, and like totally like neighbor approved. Like there was no issues. You know, I wasn't just like going there blowing it. Those are like the solo, and then Jesse and I would skate some just like little putsy steep straights in like downtown Boone and skate Mr. Rogers. Have you skated Mr. Rogers?
Oh yeah, yeah. Mr.
Honestly,
Rogers,
like
pretty cool. All the roads over there are cool. Like it's not you can't really hate on anything there. It's like it's all sick as fuck.
yeah, Boona was kind of blown at the time. Like they were doing a little bit more development at the top, and I think that like the realtors were cracking down or something. So
Boona top to bottom.
Boona C to B.
Fuck.
Skated it a few times like that during my like previous NC trips, and yeah, I'll never forget those runs. I didn't get the Boona reps when I lived there though, which was interesting. I always wanted to, and I ended up kind of a funny story. Like no one would go in there for like during that time. People were letting it cool off. Honestly, there might have been some sort of like gate code change situation, or at least like alleged, right? Maybe like it wasn't actually.
There's always some like hearsay, like oh yeah, the so and so like could be like fake news. You don't even know.
I think it might have been some fake news because I was under the impression that it like never changed. But anyways, I really wanted to skate it. And Jesse's kind of like, yo, you know that like if you like go to the top of Mr. Rogers, you could technically walk through the woods and like get to the top section of Boona. And I like looked at it on maps and I was like, damn, that's like that checks out. So I drove, and then like Pat also had this like hike that he would do to like get in there, and then he would skate down, I believe. But I ended up going up there one day to the top of Rogers. I parked, I walked through the woods, and I had kind of a plan, right? Because I didn't want to just kind of like out myself. So, and you know how like Boone is after the winter, right? There's hella sediment on the road. There's a bunch of sand and stuff. So I think we knew that it was like sandy. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to clean that shit off. And so I go in with like my high vis on, like some like safety glasses and my leaf blower. And there's a house on
The construction approach.
Yeah.
Don't
incognito,
worry.
undercover, right?
Doing road work.
So this is, I don't know when you skated it, you know, like the top section, like the left, the left. There's a house on it, which probably wasn't there when you were skating. Like I think that's a newer development.
Top left?
Yeah.
There's a house there.
There was a house there?
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm blowing off the road, and the lady comes out of the house on the left. And she's like, oh, I didn't know they like send people here to come clean it up. I'm like, yeah, we would bring the street sweeper up, but like it's so darn steep, you know? And then so I kind of like, she's like, oh, okay, well, that's really nice. And I'm like, yeah, kind of like talking to her, kind of like cleaning it off. And then I'm just kind of like, all right, well, like I kind of just like lied to her, and I need to skate the road because I just spent like an hour cleaning it off. And so she was out doing like yard work or something. And I was just like, I was hoping that no one would be there, right? I would just get my runs on a clean road and leave. So I kind of am just like, hey, I'm actually here wondering if it would be okay if I like skateboard down a few times. She's like, I don't know if that's allowed with our HOA. I'm like, I'll be super quick. Like, I understand it. And I ended up convincing her to let me. She's like, okay, you could take a few runs.
Like I'm friends with Jim. I know the HOA owner.
Right.
We're cool.
I mean,
Good guy.
I definitely at the time knew.
You know Jim?
Yeah, Jim.
At the time I knew like the plot numbers that were for sale and like the real estate agents info, because I was interested, right? And I've talked to them before. And so, yeah, I took a few runs, and then at the end of it, I'm like, would it be okay if I like maybe came back just like to skate again? She's like, maybe. I don't know if I ever did, but I successfully pulled it off. I took like 3 or 4 laps, biggest slides I did in that left, got my fill, hiked on out.
Let's go. You hiked back up and around.
Well, no, I just hiked like straight back through to where my car was parked at the top of Mr. Rogers.
I didn't even know this was a thing. Like
all
the hiking
Jesse
through.
Mastermind. Yeah.
And also, like, yeah, this is a nice segue into like bringing a leaf blower to the sesh, which is awesome.
Usually,
would you consider this part of the duffel bag?
I think it's an extension of the duffel bag.
Okay, I would definitely consider that. What do you have in the duffel bag? We got to talk about the duffel bag. What are you bringing?
Just like shit that I don't need to the sesh, right? Like, what if I don't want to skate in a long sleeve, and what if like I need a short sleeve t-shirt, or what if it gets
fits?
a little chilly and I need like a sweatshirt, right? Or, you know, what if my pucks get ripped off or the Velcro gets fucked up? What if one of my bearings seizes? Like, I'm just bringing that extra shit, and so Teach calls me duffel bag boy, which is true. But like, who's giving out the?
That's so sick.
Who's giving out the extra little thing that someone needs? You know, you're duffel bag boy until
Trinkets.
someone needs something, and then
trinkets.
you save the day. I've given out some hardware and some
Knickknacks.
bearings. Yeah,
Knickknacks, trinkets.
just bringing way more shit than I need to the sesh. You know.
Speaking of sesh stuff, I got a quick guest question from Jesse Greenberg that might kind of
boy.
tie into
Let's
this
hear it.
here. So here goes.
Hey, Griffen. I was just wondering about your average skate day diet. And, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "What are you snacking on?"
Depends when, but I mean, I guess he's talking about as of recent, right? Because I mean, when I first moved down here, I was on the gas station like toddler diet, like most people. I was lining up my granola bars on the counter, right? No, but I've been the past few years. I've definitely been a little bit more like health conscious and into like doing research about food and nutrition and stuff like that. So, I mean, if I had it my way, I'd have a nice hearty breakfast with some eggs, some grass-fed beef, and maybe some sourdough toast.
Oof, that sounds good.
Assemble that, maybe a little microgreens on top, some raw butter, some raw cheese, and then for the sesh, if I have a hearty breakfast like that, you know, it's like 4 eggs, probably a half pound of beef. I could go the whole day with just like on fruit. So I'll just pack a bunch of fruit.
We're talking banana, apple.
I've seen some sussy shit about bananas, dude. I'm more on like the berry apple grind, I would say.
Blueberry.
Love blueberries.
Okay.
So yeah,
Tasty.
that'll absolutely. And
What
so
about strawberries?
I'm not as much of a fan. I like didn't eat fruit until like more recent. I did not like fruit growing up. Yeah. But yeah, berries and apples, that's all I need for the rest of the day, and then I'll just like get dinner at home.
You're bringing water to the sesh
Always.
for everyone.
Reverse osmosis.
No, but the hilarious part is that like
Kangen.
reverse osmosis. Yeah, but it's remineralized, so like it doesn't nuke all like the minerals out of it. But yeah, no, it's hilarious when like people go to the session just like don't bring water, and so I'm like, okay, so, and then they ask you for like, yo, could I have like some water? And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have to resort to like a plastic water bottle from the gas station after this because of you. I'm like, you want to just grab a bottle of water in there? So sometimes people are bumming my goodies. I'm more charitable to some than
Our
others.
water.
Yeah, our water. The group mentality of sessions is hilarious to me.
It goes crazy. Yeah. Yeah, when you're younger, you kind of don't think about it too much, and then you kind of like get a little older and wiser, and you're like, wow, no one brought anything.
Like, you don't want to be the person asking for snacks at the sesh. I mean, I guess there's room for one of those, but like, it's not the best look, and we're doing something dangerous. I've had falls because I'm hungover and like malnourished, basically, right?
Those are like all my falls.
And what's worse than that? Like, I quit skating hungover. You know, I did that a lot throughout college because I was going out partying. Did it a lot when I first moved here because when I first moved down here in 2021, like we didn't get to it, but like the summer of 2021, we were all like going out, and this was like slightly before you came. We were going to like Scandals, and you know, they were playing like Mids Bop 50, like the DJ, and then they'd have like a drag queen show after. Like that was like the thing that we would like there, and everyone would go. McKean would be there with Piper inside. Like we would have like a whole
Wow.
yeah,
Dog at the club.
Everyone, and I was all about it, dude. Like that was the thing too. Like
It's that frat boy lifestyle.
no,
you know?
exactly. Like
The partying and longboarding go hand in hand.
They're
for
fun.
sure. You know,
It's
and,
fun.
and you get to a
100%.
certain point where you're like, maybe I can't do both.
yeah, but that was fun. Yeah, and it is kind of the frat thing. Like I missed that community when I graduated school, and I feel like I got it here. And also, dude, coming down here, and not really having skate friends like for the majority of my skate career, if you call it that, before. It was so interesting. I'm like, wait, so we're going to like pregame and like watch skate videos? Like that was such a novelty to me. The fact that we're all just going to like watch skate videos together. I never did that with any friends like before. Thought that was kind of cool.
Oh, it's amazing doing stuff like that. Like you're getting hyped. You're like, we're going to skate in the morning.
Yeah. Well,
How else are you going to get horned up? You know?
tell them.
Cam knows all about getting horned up.
Oh, sugar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
His
calm
second,
down, buddy.
His second awakening, as we call it.
Yeah.
All right, relax.
Yeah, we don't got to get into that.
No.
But we could. Well, it's beautiful. Yeah. Boone's awesome. I mean, when did you transition from being in Boone to moving to Asheville?
Summer of 2021.
Okay.
That we had to move out of the castle in like July, and I was coming over here skating. Like I would stay at Cole Cremens a decent amount and like skate around here, and so I ended up moving in with Andy in West Asheville, and so that was our house for like that first year. So that I kind of was just like, castle's over, sure as fuck not going back to like deal with the not being able to skate seasonal depression of the Northeast and like the less active scene and the lower quality terrain. And so I was like, what's going on down here? Like I want in, like I can't unexperience this. So the natural progression was just like moving to Asheville. I was already coming over here quite a bit because some of the Boone skaters were just like on the outs, not skating as much,
Yeah.
you know?
And especially with the Boone scene with App State, at least my experience, like the cycle of people coming through comes and goes because a lot of people are students.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like going to move on or whatever. And Asheville is like definitely more happening in this era you're talking about. Like, I feel like you kind of came in when Asheville was like
Popping.
Dude, it
popping
was
off.
Fucking popping.
And you moved down in this.
September 2021.
Yeah.
I met him the day before I broke my scapula, my shoulder blade.
Oh my God.
I remember I dropped. We had like a Brevard sesh. I think it was like who was in the car. Troy was in the car. I dropped Tyler Rick off at your crib.
Yeah, because he was helping me move in.
Yeah, and then I think we also had like Mikey in the car.
Dude, yeah, I had the fucking U-Haul pulled up at my house.
Yeah, and I remember just being like, "What's up?" Like I think I recognized the name like Cam Steger or something, but it's not like I was like super bustin' dude. Like I never really watched like bustin' media, so I didn't really know. I was like, all right, this dude seems intense. Like, what's up? And then I just kind of like drove away. And then honestly, we probably didn't start. I had to recover. I went home to recover when I broke my shoulder blade.
Yeah.
We didn't start skating together till 22.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Yeah.
But those days were popping. I mean, dude, the shit that we were doing at Zon was like, dude, like every day after work, there would be like a 20-car session at Zon. Like everyone would just have their cars parked all up and down, and it'd be a fucking free for all. Like
It's
people,
a fucking slide sesh every day.
dude, it was a slide jam. It was.
Are you talking after?
This is probably like 21, 22. We're talking, right?
Okay, so like you.
The Zon sessions were getting fucking out of
Unruly,
control.
unruly,
Oh,
right?
dude, we
And
we
just
blew that.
we blew that so hard.
so
But you know, it was yeah, I just think that like people were a little bit like entitled and kind of, and I'm not like blaming it on anyone. I mean, I was there just as much as everyone else. I was skating that as much as I could. That's like where else you getting those juicy Zon slides, like on fucking repeat. Like that's where you rep and get like the most satisfying slides. But I think a lot of people who had moved here were under the impression from some locals that like, oh, we've been skating here for forever. Like this shit's like ours. Like this isn't going to get blown. And I think when that got blown, we were kind of like, damn. And it honestly got blown because, I mean, I don't think that everyone was the best at like being on top of spotting when you have that many people. You got people seshing different corners, right?
And not only that, having 20 cars parked in your neighborhood, like if I lived
Spectacle
there, I'd be like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a bottleneck. And it was every day. And then also on the weekends too, dude. There'd be people that would like go there and like be drinking, seshing like the most underwhelming corner of them all. The flat right. The going to Zahn to sesh the flat right corner that should be illegal. Like that should have been illegal. I like that sign there. Just take it out from the other turns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's criminal.
Criminal, straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
God, there would be like multiple days throughout the week that me and Griff would just like, we'd go there and we'd sesh bottom left, bottom right, and we would just like tic tac with walkie, you know. And well, this might have been pre-walkie, so we would just call each other. We'd have our phones on each other.
We were doing it responsibly. Pretty as responsible as it gets.
Yeah, as it gets. But damn, those were some precious moments.
Yeah.
Like 100% of like progression.
NC foundation was laid.
Yeah.
Like partially on
Yeah.
Zahn for sure.
Yeah, just like getting the reps in on like some of the steepest corners and like trying to dial in like, all right, this is where I enter my slide. This is where I want to hook up. And then like come out of it like with the most exit speed and then just like go back up and do it again. And just like kind of just like, I don't know, replay it in your head. Like, all right, I fucking slid here. And almost use like features or debris on the road as like
reference points
to like, all right, this is where I initiate. This is where I'm going to hook up to have the most exit speed to do a fatter fucking slide in the next corner. So you're always, I mean, it's not good to think like one step ahead. Like with skating, like obviously like figure out your fucking slide before the next or figure out that slide like in the present. But like fuck me. Like that was so much fun, dude.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Just dialing in on the steepest corners you can get and then just taking it to some of the sickest fucking roads around here.
It made it easier to like, I think one of the biggest learning curves of skating this shit down here is doing stand-up slides and hairpins, right? Like that was a huge hurdle, but like skating Zahn made that, they're not true hairpins, but they require such a slide that a hairpin would at full speed, I think. And yeah,
Stopping power.
Sliding early, getting those reps.
The bottom two corners, that is Zahn.
Yeah.
Those are the two corners that you go and sesh.
Still can't imagine doing like the bottom right stand up toe. Like that's
how are you?
Yeah.
How you going?
That's a real corner. Like you can't just like, you have to strong arm that shit, you know? You can't just like do a little baby flick.
You can't let the wheels skate you. You skate the wheels.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's sad that, I mean, I guess you can do whatever you want here. I'm sure you can go. But yeah, the sessions were getting, I was not going to Zahn anymore because I was disgruntled. Like, you can't be showing up here with, I mean, it'd be cars. A lot of times you show up, there'd be 12 people there. There'd be 12 cars. You're like, hey, maybe we should like carpool or something.
Yeah, it's already narrow enough. Yeah, we blew that so bad. And I'm not saying that I was above it. Like I was there for it, as most people were. But
I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean,
still skate it and just be smarter about it. That's what you do.
Just meet up in the fucking grocery store parking lot before it.
You condense cars before it. If you're feeling ambitious, I mean, dude, you just run. I know people. There's a lot of debate on like the walkie, and I think that there's dangers with the walkie. But if you use the walkie properly, like it's all about how you leverage the technology. I mean, you can use it in a very safe way, and it can open some serious opportunity for you. Like if you think about all these spots potentially being skated with a lead car and a walkie, I mean, what does that look like if you started that back in the day? What other roads do you think that we'd still have at our fingertips? Like that's what I want to know.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Crack another one.
I mean, I'm on both sides of the fences of walkies. That's a whole nother discussion, I guess.
You want to bring it up?
Well, like you said, I think walkies are definitely good, but in some cases can bring a false sense of security.
100%.
In some situations, because if you're on a road that you're relying 100% on talkie, like something could happen still. And if your brain's like, I'm going to go 100% however I want to skate this road, things could turn out bad, you know. Definitely. But on the other end, especially like if you're on Zon or something, a walkie is no big deal. Like that could be real nice. So
there's driveways to contend with. It's just all about communication, dude. Like if you are with people who you skate with, you're on the same page, you understand that, like, you know where the lead car is, you know the probability and the distance between you and the lead car, and you're only relying on positive confirmation, meaning you're not relying on silence for the road being there's no cars coming up. You're relying on, someone saying something continually. Okay, there's probably free road between me and the car. There could be someone pulling out of a driveway. I just think, yeah. And so I think that like there's been some like terrible incidents that have happened when I think, there maybe is a driveway or there's maybe some like reliance on silence, which you can't do. But I agree. Yeah. Sometimes you push it too hard when you have the walkie confidence, right?
Yeah, the walkie confidence. Absolutely. Since we're on the kind of vein of blown roads, I know y'all got rolled on at Camp Shitty after the Polk County skating ban happened.
Who told you that?
Years about. Oh, everyone knew.
Fake news.
I don't know. That's alleged.
Didn't happen. Well, yeah, allegedly. How did that go down? Because to my knowledge, y'all are the only people that actually got heat from the sheriff that I know of.
I mean, I could kind of spell it out for you, but everyone. So I mean, we had like our GRC events, right? Like let's talk about like Polk County, right? GRC events, absolutely legendary. I think the first one was 22, second one was 23. Mm-hmm. Cam and I were both in South Asheville during that, and that was just like, I mean, dude, 2022 to 2023 was peak skating. We were skating every day after work. We were we were 25 minutes from the top of GRC. We were skating that during the week, plenty, and we would not pass a single fucking car. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Shitty. I mean, literally never had bad interactions there. Maybe up until the very end with like a neighbor being like, you're not allowed to do this. Never any sort of fuck shit with like skaters blowing lane in front of cars, any sort of like danger like that. But the ban happened, right? I think the ban happened shortly after the pursuit of a WDSC event at Shitty. I believe there was one in the works where we would skate a section of Shitty, which I never really understood. Like, if we're only going to skate a section of the road, like maybe let's skate like a different road, but like the full, road. That's a side note, but yeah, people let it cool off after the whole Polk County thing. I wasn't here for the hearing. I would have loved to have spoken at it. I know a bunch of people showed up.
The people at the hearing basically said, none of y'all live in Polk County, fuck off.
So we don't want, right? Like they don't want to hear it.
Fair enough, I guess, but.
Yeah, so not anything that we said would make a difference. The footage that they pulled, I mean, I watched it. I believe I watched a portion of it. The footage that they pulled up, people skating that road was just like so bad.
In the wet.
They found the worst video.
The worst video they possibly could. And honestly, like, I don't know what the video was labeled. Like, good on them for doing the research, but
the video was like labeled like longboarding down Cayuga Mountain Road in North Carolina. Like it was like spelled out.
But it was in the wet.
Yeah, just complete voiding, like just kind of crazy, and it's whatever. I mean, the fact that it was documented and like done and so explicitly documented, I think is nuts. But they were gonna do it regardless. You know what I mean?
Like, I wish they would have showed a video of someone like shredding it,
mashing it.
They'd be like, "Oh, that guy is pretty fucking sick."
Yeah.
but they didn't.
Yeah, no, they chose the most incriminating footage of a single What I just don't get is like, dude, any sort of cyclist could go out and just do the most reckless, irresponsible biking on a road, and like you're never gonna get a meeting of people being like, you shouldn't be allowed to bike on this for like one person doing something. I'm like, there was also a bunch of like reported instances that never happened. We would hear about it, right? Like they were talking about people hitting cars, surely just something that never happened. Unless there's some random person who hopped on a skateboard and went down, but you wouldn't make it past the first corner. That is not happening.
We would hear about, that road is not something you just pull up to and you're like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah. So I don't know. That was like some real corrupt shit that happened. But anyways, people let it chill after that, right? No one wanted to skate it because, I mean, I guess skating that
because
road,
of the implications.
The implications are much more than a fine if you read the fine print. I think it's like you could catch a charge skating.
It might be like a misdemeanor.
Right. And so who wants to mess around with that? I know I don't. And so we let it chill for a while, right? And then at the end of the day, I think we were out one weekend, probably let it chill for what, dude? Like how long did we not skate that road for? Maybe like a year? Nah. 6 months. 6-7 months maybe, or something like that, right? Yeah. And so we kind of like go to GRC on the weekend, which is never a good idea. Skate fucking GRC.
It was definitely after they did the ban.
Oh yeah, ban was done 6 months prior. Let it cool off. We're like, dude, we used to like run this shit. Let's like, I think we just had no good ideas that day, which was stupid. Went to GRC, plenty of cars. Go over to Shitty, and we take a lap, and we're like, damn, there's like no one fucking here. Like this road has just been sitting here.
Didn't see one car.
Didn't see a single car.
Good lap too.
Great lap. And so I think we had 2 cars. And so what we did was there'd be like a side street at the top that we would always like turn around in. And so what we did was, which was probably pretty foolish, was park my car there and all party lap down. Cause we're like, we're going to get out of here. Like respect it. Just like to and through. And we skate down to the car to party lap, go back up, and then pull up to my car. And on the back, I mean, I hadn't gotten my car washed in a while, so there's plenty of dust on like the back window. And I think it like said something like, "We got you," yeah. Like on like finger, like someone like drew with their finger on like.
Dude, it was fucked up. We
started like looking around like,
we're like, what the fuck are they watching us?
Yeah, and so
that's creepy as fuck.
No, it was, dude. I mean,
it was a little ominous.
Goosebumps, like
ominous.
Quick, just like what the fuck.
Yeah. So still skated the run out, but we skated the run out, kind of being like, this might be our last lap here. Like, someone might pull up that doesn't want us here on the way down, but like,
make it a good one.
As Byron says, if you're gonna go down the hill, you might as well skate it, right? So we did, and then long story short, our fried asses like pull up to the Shell right near the roundabout. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
We're changing into our bathing suits to get ready to go swim at GRC.
No boards out.
Get out of Dodge after you skate a road. Don't be sitting ducks. We didn't do it at the bottom, but we're right there. And so we're about to get back in our cars. We're like being like, okay, we're gonna meet up here. I don't know. We were gonna go to like, dude, what's that pub that we used to go to? Wasn't there
Greenville,
like Green River Tavern or
Green
something?
River Tavern.
Oh, that spot's sick.
We were either gonna get like a bite to eat
or Eddie's
Tap Room, yeah, and then go swim. So we're getting bathing suited up, and dude, we just see Sheriff just pull across the main strip, and we're like, fuck. And then we didn't see him turn his lights on, so we were kind of just like,
dude, we saw him go by.
Right, yeah. Go right past us, and we're like, whoo, like, let's get out of here. And then he comes around the roundabout right back in, flips his lights on.
Doors.
As we're about to get back in the car. And, I'm sure we stuck out like a sore thumb in Polk County. I mean,
I'm sure they knew your car, too.
Yeah. No boards out or anything. But, we got. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, the dude ended up being really nice because, like, we hadn't been told before. But, yeah, he basically told us if, like, he saw us there again, it would be a different story. So, yeah, I don't know. It was a bit unfortunate. I don't know. It was kind of just, like, poor planning on our part. We were not being as ninja-like as we have in the past.
Yeah, it was dumb. We should have just went to the swim spot immediately
but
after.
Like, lesson to be learned there. I mean,
got the fuck out of Columbus.
Some people just kind of linger at the bottom of runs. They're lingerers. Especially when everyone's stoked at after the sesh, they're kind of all like frying out together and you're kind of just like frothing. People just stay at the bottom and like, dude, we were down the street. Like you could still, if you're skating somewhere that some people don't agree with it, you still might get rolled. So I think the moral of the story is get it and get the hell out of Dodge.
Get out of there, bro. Yeah. Jeez.
Because that's unjust. I mean, that's just straight up un-American. Like, I don't agree with that. The fact that you're going to tell us because of what we choose to transport, what gravity-powered object we choose to, like, use to go on a road, you're going to tell us that we can't do it? That's lame. I think more people should go out and skate that. Like, what's stopping you? Like, it's
like one of the best roads in the state, if not.
And it's just sitting there. There's barely any traffic. It's not private. It's a public road. It's meant to be skated. Like whoever constructed and paved that road is,
bless their heart,
a G. And I'm sure they wouldn't want it just sitting there so like rich people could drive up to their, mansion at the top with not being bothered. If you want that, get a house in a gated neighborhood and people will still go skate it. You know what I mean? So that's a bummer. That was a huge hit because that was a very special place to us that we really never had problems at, and was another place where it's like, oh, that would never get blown, and it did.
Yeah, I think part of it comes with just not being connected enough with the community. Like we do the cleanup, like we're connecting with the community, and a lot stuff like that goes a long way, and a lot of it's could be possibly just like people not knowing too, or like there's one bad interaction that happens with a local and someone, and it's over. Like in their head, they're like, I hate them, like I want to fucking kill them.
The best is when, the local that is kind of challenging you on skateboarding where you are kind of references the negative interaction that they had in the past, and you know exactly who it is. Yeah. You know exactly who they were talking to. You're like, listen,
I know you don't give a fuck, but
yeah, we towards the end there at Shitty, you just had like people who were pissed off about you being there for no reason. I mean, he's talking about like one lady who just came on so
big
hot.
nose, massive schnoz.
Beak on her.
Fucking board slide down that bitch.
Shots fired.
Hater.
And that's all it takes is like a positive interaction could change everything. One negative interaction, it's over.
100%.
It's over, dude.
And all you are to them, all you are to these people, all you are to
Criminals.
a muggle is just a skater. You like when you're out there, you represent the entire community. They don't care. They don't know. It's interesting with skateboarding, right? Like they're gonna judge you. When would they ever? I hate to keep bringing the biker thing up because I don't want to hurt your feelings, Dan. But
you won't.
Like when has someone ever used their one interaction with a biker to just like put everyone in the same bucket? I guess it's because more people like bike, but it just kind of, I don't know, it just never really adds up to me.
Well, one thing, everyone hates road cyclists.
I don't. I'm
throw
stoked.
They throw a full-on fucking event.
They have an event though.
Skyuka.
Yeah, they do.
That goes straight to GRC.
Dude, the road biker privilege is just like insane.
Oh, it is.
But
people
brakes.
also hate road bikes.
They got
maybe
brakes.
even more.
I don't. You're right.
But there is people that ride bikes that are in positions of power and money and are connected with communities where they're like, oh yeah, you're my, best friend's friend that rides bikes or whatever. We don't really have that with downhill for the most part.
It's true. I think it's a missed opportunity. It's something I think successfully have done with pinners. I would love to see it happen more. I mean, it was too late for Shitty, right? Let's start cleaning it up after the band. Like maybe we'll get Yeah, let's get in their good graces. Please? Yeah. Yeah, that's like cuckold activity. But no, I mean, Bread Slice organized one at Cullowhee. I wish we did that more often. I mean, Cullowhee, what a great road. Yeah, let's clean up trash at these roads that we skate. Like that's such an easy way. It's such a fulfilling way to like give back, and
it is, and it's a great way to connect with the locals too. Like, hey, what are you doing? Well, we're picking up trash. Like we come here and skate the road. It's like it's a good opportunity to have a positive interaction with the local community. Otherwise than just seeing you like blast down a road or whatever. Obviously, you can't talk to people when you're skating.
No, yeah, and,
You
and
know?
there's more than that's on the surface. I mean, don't you think that we might have gotten a little bit less pushback on the GRCs if we were like in some sort of rhythm of cleaning that road up? Like maybe, because I mean, was it the first or second where we had to like, I mean, wasn't Cleo going like door to door, basically like saying, hey, could you kind of support this? Because we need local support. There was kind of like some.
Yeah, it might have been both years. You know, I could
He
be
did
wrong,
clean up
but-
the graffiti on the rock.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that like we were being accused for some sort of graffiti, which was, you know, that's a whole other thing. I
Shout out the Yak boys.
that yeah. What, you're gonna blame it on kayakers?
Dude, after Khalil did it, after Khalil like cleaned up the graffiti, they graffitied something else, something Yak Boys or something like that.
Badass. Anyways,
Badass. Yeah,
No.
hell yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, 100%. The getting in with the community is probably the best way of keeping a road at least around. Because a lot of people, you talk to them like it's all about first impressions, you know. And if even a few people are on board, like you're at least have a foot in the door with people. Because all it takes is one person that has any bit of pull, and it's over, dude.
Yeah. And
Because we're not low key anymore. Like this is a full on
operation.
Like it's not just a couple people going to these spots. It's a lot. 40, 50, 100.
Well,
People that
including out of towners, people visiting. Like I think dude, people live in town skating like semi regularly. What's like 60 or something?
Probably. We don't have an exact count, but
More.
I would think more now.
I always thought, I mean, I'm not trying to soapbox here, but I always thought that there would be some sort of like accepted etiquette, right? Like have enough respect for what you do and kind of see the larger picture of, you know, being able to skate this road for generations to come, being able to pass it on. I have found myself in situations where it's almost like some skaters are looking for the opportunity to blow off a little steam, like the first flack they get, or the, you know, neighbors come on hot. Sometimes, I mean, I know there's situations where they've been hot for 10 years and like there's no reasoning with them, and I think that you can kind of strike that balance. But a lot of the times, like there's an opportunity to kind of neutralize that super hot, you know, it's almost like a little attack, like they get like super heated at you and you can neutralize it, or you could escalate it and return their energy. And I see that happening where it's like, are you out here like for the right reasons? Or are you just trying to like blow off steam? Like you're trying to like prove something to this neighbor. Like, why don't you just try to see what the end goal is? And it's to like have them realize that you're here as a friend. Like you're just like them. Neither person's any better than the other. They might not understand what you're doing. You know, it's much more calculated than it is on the surface. But yeah, just kind of seeing the end vision of like, hey, let's like play nice and we can skate more places.
Play dumb.
Well, that's another tactic.
that's a great tactic too.
The gate was open.
You're just
Yeah.
outing like our arsenal, our little like stuff in our back pocket.
Oh yeah, I mean, but it always seems like maybe the wrong person in the squad is the one that has the interaction with the neighbor. That's just like the nature of, I guess, life. You could say perhaps, you know, you might not have the right person talking.
No, and
To-
I've had like back in the Northeast when we were kind of running shit like skating with Connecticut, we'd have an agreement where, listen, if we get any heat here from a neighbor, from a cop who thinks that like, you know, they can police the area and tell people to do things that they actually can and have liberty to do, there is one person that is going to talk to them, and the peanut gallery and like, you know, everyone can shut the fuck up.
Just stand back
And
Yeah.
let one person communicate, because the worst thing you can do is have everyone fucking chirping. You're not calming that neighbor down. They're in fight or flight mode, bro. They don't know you. They don't trust you. You're just an aggressive skater to them.
Yeah.
One spokesperson, neutralize the situation. Don't lose sight of the end vision, which is to come back and skate another day. Tell them what they want to hear. Some neighbors just want to hear, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. You know, they all want to make it about this safety thing. I'm sorry, but like they're not worried about your safety. I mean,
They're not.
they're not, and the liability excuse to like, I mean,
that's just a good excuse for that someone has off the top of their head.
Most of the time they want some sort of satisfaction, a power trip, right? They want to be heard. And so unfortunately, you have to hear them even if what they're saying is bullshit. And yeah, just kind of like pull some psychology mastermind shit to, the art of persuasion. You remember when
Good stuff.
we're skating, getting run off the road, you neutralize that pretty quick right after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've gotten swerved at before, right? By a car coming up.
I've been every single situation.
You don't even know, dude.
Yeah, like talked my way out of gated situations, blocked in. Like there's ways out. There's always a way out. It's like playing chess.
It's like a Rubik's Cube.
Yet.
Yeah.
It's like a Rubik's Cube. There's a move you can make. You're just not seeing it right now.
Yeah.
But it's there.
If you just play nice. If you literally just play nice and just like listen to them, I feel like, and just like honestly, like I didn't know we were a lot, like we weren't allowed to skate here. Like we were just out here. It was a nice day. We just came from work. We're just trying to get some exercise.
I'm not saying to fool them. Like being honest is great, but
you
like
kind of got to fool them too.
No. Yeah, no.
It's our audience here.
You kind of got to fool them sometimes too.
Yeah.
On the etiquette train, what about events? What's
yeah.
Now that I got the gears, got you firing.
Gears,
Yeah.
Well, I've been fortunate to attend quite a bit of events, and like I mentioned, like Senmass, right? That's kind of just like a smaller. You're hiking up the slide jam hill, right? But I'm just trying to just quickly like rattle off the events from like 2018 on. Did a few Giants heads over the years. Did SMR, Jib and Rib. Obviously the GRCs. Recently Hoopa. Best event I think I've ever been to.
Looked awesome.
Yeah.
Road looked really good.
Road quality.
Pavement looked
amazing. Great. Pavement quality, like video game pavement, except for a few like distinct places that have some waves, but like unnecessary slide. Like they're not any like focal points of slides, I would say. Good pace to it, good slides, like that. Yeah, that course, the way that event was run by Ryan Farmer, like top notch. But yeah, event skating is dangerous, dude.
Free rides can be very sketchy.
Yeah, free rides can be sketchy.
Sometimes the mixture is off.
The mixture is off, and I think that like there's at times I've noticed that the focus is on like rushing people to drop at the top, but then we're taking an hour lunch break.
Or you rush everyone down the hill. There's a massive crash. 3 people get fucked up, and then you're waiting anyways.
Right.
You're like, well,
let's spend the extra 3 minutes, realistically 5 minutes, maybe if you're really spacing it out per run to make it safe, because the most hazardous thing at skate events is other skaters. That's nothing new. And you're right. If you have to get a medic involved, that's a whole, like we're looking at like a potentially 30-minute detour. It's also just like, if I'm skating a closed road, like I don't want to worry about like nukes behind me or like reacting to just like absolute fuck shit in front of me. And I find myself like, sometimes you're skating more scared in an event than you would if the road was open.
Every single time.
Sorry, yeah. You're right.
Not maybe the whole weekend, but the first couple runs.
The first run
is like the
mayhem.
The floodgates have opened.
It's jitters.
You're dropping in with 40 people all at the same time, and
sometimes they're strangers. Yeah, doing different shit.
It should almost be like, hey, buddy system. Who's your bud? Get with your buds.
So this is what they did.
This is what you need to. Did they do that?
So I think obviously every event's run differently. I will say the buddy system was done at Jib and Rib. That was a great event. Kind of had shitty like weather conditions for that. There was a lot of like precipitation and like intense fog. But yeah, they would buddy people up at the top, and that's a great way. Like, and they would pace out the buddy. Like they would, right? There's some cliffs like on that shit. I think that was another motivating factor. But the problem is that you gotta like enforce. Like you have to have someone at the start line who is like with it. They're enforcing, and they're also like I've just found myself like, I love Giants Head, great event, respect to all the event organizers, but like sometimes there's no manpower at the front line. Like there's no one holding the line or policing anything up top. And then that's one of the most dangerous events, I think, for like skater entanglements. You're skating like a paths width road with all sorts of people.
I mean, call me a coward. I haven't gone to Giants Head because of that. Because some of my best friends have come back like obliterated,
Mangled.
and you're like, well, and then you see a video of them getting like obliterated, and you're like, well, I was having FOMO, but now I'm like,
You'll stay at home.
scared to go. And hey, call me a coward, but it's stuff like that I'm like, I don't want to get hurt by someone else.
No, it's definitely tough.
If I fuck myself up in a corner, don't care. If I get ran into from behind or hit someone and hurt them too, that's almost even worse.
I know people who have had life-changing injuries from that exact thing at skate events, and the fact that there isn't, there's hasn't really been too much like research or investigation into like how can we make skate events safer. I think that they've kind of used the same formula over and over again, and it's just like I don't know why like people keep getting. I honestly think that would bolster attendance. I mean, dude, if I knew that there was some like
It's holding me back.
Exactly.
Just
right?
saying. And I mean, I'm like in my 30s guy now, so I'm like, 10 years ago, I wouldn't probably give a shit, but
Yeah. You have to find that cush. I mean, at Giants Head in particular, there's that like cush spot where you have like, if you're wanting to skate like fast paced free ride, right? Like that's kind of the toughest one because you have like the absolute nukes that are skating it like corner to corner because they can't necessarily do anything different. And I don't know if that's a limitation of their skill or setup, but like no hate regardless. Out in front, right? They want to push out front.
I'm a nuke.
You're a nuke, but like you're a skillful nuke where I'm like, okay, I'm going to let Dan out in front and I know he's not going to hold me up, right? But then you got the nuke that's just like, are you up there because you're going to like not pendy in the straight, or are you just going to go as fast as you possibly can into a shutdown slide in front of me, right? And so then so you're contending with like, if you're doing fast free ride, you're contending with like the slowest glove down. Sorry. If you're doing fast free ride, you're skating directly behind the like slowest like glove down nuke square lip skaters, and so it's kind of like where is the I don't know. That's so it's not necessarily the cush spot, or you're getting in front of them hoping that there's not a single point where you fuck up or they take you out from behind.
God, yeah, it's so stressful, man. It can get
There's a
so
solution.
stressful.
And then you got the kids that are trying to prove too.
And then sometimes like
You know?
maybe you're changing the wheels and you took too long, and then all of a sudden you're dropping in the back,
in the mix,
and
dude.
you're like, dude, I am in the shit right now.
That's the other fear, right?
Preparation.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Preparation though.
You get those lucky runs. Yeah, you do have to be, dude. There's so many runs
You
at
gotta be
Giants
on
Head
your shit, like,
where
you gotta
people
know.
are. I know you can smell in the air that people are slacking on the road. Like you're like, oh, they're gonna like clear. You gotta be listening to the walkie, dude. They're gonna clear skaters. No one's lining up. Like I'm gonna fucking get in, and you get your clean runs. The clean runs are what makes it worth it. Regardless, like you're gonna get those clean runs. It's just like the snickle fritz in the middle that just kind of makes it. And then you have those close calls, like, dude, Jesse and I at the most recent Giants Head that we went to, and what was it, 25? It was last year. Yeah, there were some altercations for sure. Between, I mean, Jesse had quite a few more than me. But yeah, like in terms of just people skating super recklessly. And I did get the guy running the front line, super nice guy, not his fault. This is how it's been done for like years and years, to pilot a new system for like one or two runs, and it was flawless. You get the glove down boys, like the fast boys, you drop them in their pack, you get the fastest of the bunch out in the front who are just like tucking the whole time and not breathing a single breath. Mm-hmm. And you got the slowest of them behind them. And then you just pace it out, and then you get the free ride group to go. If you give it enough time, you're not going to catch the slow glove down boys.
Absolutely.
That worked but you just don't have enough manpower to enforce it.
Yeah, and it also takes someone at the front that kind of knows the crew.
Definitely.
To
Yeah.
kind of be at the helm, like, you go, you wait for a sec. You
Yeah.
go.
Well, sometimes you have to have conversations at the start line where it's like, you sure?
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You sure about
You
that?
sure?
You sure about that? Beautiful. Yeah, we were kind of talking about that a couple days ago. Because free rides a lot of times are like more dangerous than a race. Because at a race, at least you're like, everyone's doing the same thing for the most part. Like, you know what's going on for one.
But that's gnarly in its own respects. I mean, you got the most dialed skaters going head to head, trying as hard as they can, and so I mean that equation could go bad. But you're right. I don't know. That racing is so gnarly to me. I had like my first actual like.
Don't you have a suit?
I do. Yeah,
I've never seen you in a suit though.
I've skated elk with it like once, and it was fun.
Is there a picture of you in it?
I might have a picture just like posing in the mirror, something like that.
All right, yeah, let's dig that up.
Yeah, we can dig that up. But yeah, my friend Christian actually he designed that thing. It's so dope. I mean, yeah, it's a great suit. Skating in a suit is a little constrictive, I don't love it. I don't know how people do it. I also have like the pads embedded in it, like back protector and all that.
Oh yeah, you gotta rip that out.
Yeah, well, I paid extra to have them in there because I'm skated padded up. I don't skate without a back protector. I've been on elbow pads for like years, and
spine protector is a good idea.
So key. And when I started wearing a spine protector, it was probably 2018, 2019, and I was selective. I'd be like, this is a road that I should skate a spine protector on, and that's not how you should do it. It's either like you use it all the time or you don't, because you're not just gonna like. You can't just like pinpoint when you might need one or not.
You know what I'll totally admit, and it feels awful to say, is I was very much on spine protector when I first moved down. And after the first year, I was like, it's just too sweaty. I'm not wearing it anymore.
It's uncomfortable. Yeah, for sure. And
then never wore one again. And then you're like, then you have a crash where you're like, yeah, I just kind of took a boulder to my spine.
It's
glad I wasn't going faster.
I mean, I envy Cam. Cam skates in like board shorts and a short sleeve shirt.
Favorite attire.
And I'm like, damn, that looks so comfortable. Like when I put my pads on, like it adds a level of discomfort that I think is like it detracts from skating in a sense, but like the safety it brings, like the injuries it kind of saves you from, because I mean, if you're wearing the right pads, it really can save you from some shit that'll take you out from skating. It outweighs it, but I mean, dude, when you're packed in a car in the heat of summer in North Carolina and you're wearing a back protector, dude, oh my gosh, it makes it bad. Like miserable. And once you take them off, you're not putting that back on.
Board shorts and a tee.
That's
this
honestly,
guy skates in a bathing suit.
Board shorts and a tee.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Exactly. Half shell, like
you'd think after what Cam's dealt with his knee that he'd be more receptive to protective gear, but you know, there's a level of like what is it, pride?
I don't know if it's pride, bud.
I'm gonna like fuck brake soles.
I don't know if it's pride,
like what's dude, everyone's like, let's skate the shittiest. It's cooler to skate the shittiest grip possible. Brake soles are cheating, right?
I wouldn't say brake soles are cheating.
I know you wouldn't. But
you don't ride brake soles?
Of course I do.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of like
I was
narrating.
Say, like you have to.
This is a different narrative.
This is you coming from a different.
Yeah, I guess I'm talking about like someone who would probably hate on someone like me. You know.
I will not skate without them now. Once you have them, you don't go back.
You don't need them, but
you don't need them. But you're also like insane on a board.
Yeah.
Some people just.
We're more mortal. Okay.
Yeah. I need everything I can get to make things better.
100%.
You
little
don't.
Jessup, little fucking Vans waffle grip, board shorts,
Paris trucks.
You're good.
See, like he like how he digs good, in. Bud. He's like, 180s. Like, there's almost
good, bud.
2013.
There's
Wolf
like
Shark.
clout. There's clout that comes with the mid, right? Like, let's skate
100%.
Like, I can still skate this good on like mid ass gear. Like, then you're kind of you got a little bit more clout. We see that with Cam, with David, right?
Yeah, the goat.
The goat. Yeah, we
David,
haven't talked about.
And David are still in the same era. Just
never left it.
We've never left it.
I mean, it's working out. Yeah, we haven't talked.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
He's like, I'm not gonna.
So and hey, there's something to be said for that.
Not in the plans.
I remember Tyler Hunt was like, if he's like skating, he's like, it's better to skate without pads because then I know I don't have the option to fall. I was like, that's a really interesting, I've never thought about it that way. That's a really interesting way to think about it.
You know what else is something I've, I don't know who said this, don't know the quote, but skating in nice clothes. If you skate in something nice, you're like, I can't fall because I'm going to fuck this fit up. You know? So it's like, if you look cool when you're skating, psychologically, you're like, I can't mess these pants and shirt up, dude.
Counterintuitive though, right? On the other side of the coin, it's like, well, I'm so fixated on not falling. Couldn't that have...
Goes both ways.
Yeah. Double-edged sword.
Chris Grenier, bomb hole. Look good, feel good, play good, pay good.
Is that sports?
Boom.
Sports?
Yeah. Griffin loves sports.
that's
Snowboarding.
snowboarding.
So,
But-
yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know
standing
if it's sports or not,
sideways.
but...
Yeah, but we should get
I think
into
I fucked that
some.
up, though.
I would like to talk about my team and me. Yeah.
Yeah, your team. Your team. Griff super likes sports, by the way.
Big sports
So,
guy.
He likes it so much we can't even bring it up.
Yeah. Frat guy, but no sports.
Crazy combo. Crazy combo.
I play baseball. I mean, dude, I think that
You look like a baseball player, by the way.
I play baseball.
look like a baseball
He
player.
does look like a baseball player.
my
baseball.
whole life. And I ended
What
up
position?
I was pitcher and first base left-handed.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're left-handed? I'm left-handed.
For some
Let's go.
things, but yeah.
Goofy.
Goofy fucks.
Yeah. You're a lefty too?
Yeah. Makes sense.
But I think that playing a sport, like I know I hate on it, but playing a sport, dude, that is the fast track to getting better at skateboarding because all you're doing, like I would go to like pitching clinics, hitting clinics. I sucked at hitting, but you're a pitcher, right? You break down the mechanics and then you just do the same thing with skating, bro. Like it makes it. There's something to be said. Like I'm glad that I ended up playing baseball up until I did quit varsity because that was kind of when I was a junior on varsity, not getting much play time at all. None. It's like, fuck this, dude. I was getting more into skating. I was like, I want to skate, quit that shit. And then maybe I was a little sour towards sports after.
It sounds like maybe you're a little sour towards sports after.
Yeah, I mean, we could get into it.
We don't need to
We
get
don't
into
need
baseball.
Fuck a team. I just want the individual sports, aka me and my skateboard.
Well, yeah, I think there's something to be said about like, investing your time, energy, and
hit your
interest
head?
in things that you have.
Another conky.
Yeah, Cam just got a concussion. Cam's also
another
maybe
one.
broke his arm. We don't know.
Nah.
It's fine.
Yeah, Cam's about to come back to skate. We were gonna get his first runs at Pinners today after the cleanup, and like he's like, dude, I think I have to get an X-ray on my arm after.
No, we're good.
It looks way better. Cam's arm looked totally
He's got like
broken,
Popeye
really.
forearms right now.
Yeah.
We're good, dude. We were riding motos
Just
yesterday.
muscle.
Come on.
Extra muscle. God, this has been a beautiful conversation.
Hey.
We've been going off.
Yeah. Speaking of sports, if we're getting to that point, what the fuck do you consider that fucking little toy that you play with?
I got
You're gonna
the-
bring up Kendama.
The cat toy, where
Yeah.
you just like throw a string out, you catch the ball.
Yeah.
That's
I guess we got to touch on it.
the
God
hand-eye
damn it.
coordination. I mean, we went from baseball to what? Kendama, eh?
No, I
I'm
mean,
gonna take a
fucking
little nap here. Keep going though.
wow.
I mean, we're getting to that point, no?
I love that golfers are shitting on me for playing kendama. Like you're getting the
Whoa,
ball in the
whoa.
hole. I'm putting the
Hold on,
fucking.
you're talking about one of your best friends who plays in the fucking PGA Tour. So shut the fuck
Hold
up.
on.
I didn't say
Hold on,
PGA
hold on.
Tour. I didn't say PGA Tour. I said U.S. Open. But yes, I got
same
my
thing? I
two
don't
biggest supporters here. Yeah, no, I mean kendama. I mean, do you want me to seriously talk about kendama or defend all this
Are we
like?
getting to that point?
Not
Blasphemy.
really, but yeah, you can talk about it. Yeah,
Well,
we're getting towards
hate
the
to
end.
break it to you boys, but there's some kendama in the video because
Oh God damn it!
I know it should have been some like hockey like highlight reels from like '86 or something. That would have been way more cool.
97,
how much
98,
Kendama?
Red Wings.
I mean, you're sick as fuck. At
There's
Kendama.
a little kendama, because I think kendama is important. Well, kendama is very important to me, but I also think that they're like people in downhill skating have been doing kendama. I was under the impression before I even picked one up that it was used by racers to pass time in between. Like, dude, racers are sitting around a bunch. I mean, I would probably want to conserve my energy, but I'm pretty sure that like the lore is that they would play with their kendamas to like stay kind of like. I've noticed that it's made me better at skating.
It reminds me of like goalie tactics. Do you know how those weird fucks on hockey teams?
Do some weird.
The goalies, they're just a bunch of weird fucks. You know, they do some crazy tactics to get their eyes dialed in for like the puck when it comes in. You know, and that dude that just hit me. He's a fucking goalie.
Yeah, you got goalie vibes.
He got
Hey,
goalie
but
vibes.
you know what?
However you want to rationalize it.
100%. I'm sure it helps with.
It does, because
there's no without a
it's
question.
lower body. You're doing squats over and over again, depending on how you're playing. And also, like, I'm doing something, to me, it's much harder than skating. Like, skating, I have, like, muscle memory. I don't have to really think in some instances. I mean, if I'm pushing
Calling
myself.
Kendama harder than downhill skateboarding is
It
kind
is.
of crazy.
No, it absolutely is. It really is.
You don't get hurt doing it, though.
You don't get hurt doing it, but that's not necessarily, like, that is a contributing factor to difficulty, I would say. But
What if you fall on the spike and it goes up your...
that's just a good outcome to a shitty situation.
I'm sure you'd like that.
No, but I started casually playing in 2018, and getting injured, I would like get more into playing kendama because, as you said, it doesn't hurt you, but you're still learning a skill. You're still getting into a flow state. You're still progressing, and that's very satisfying to me. Like, dude, what's satisfying to me is just progressing at something for the fuck of it, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I like to hate on it for fun. I don't actually like hate kendama.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, like sometimes I do think that it would be more fulfilling to like, you know, like yell at a screen and get super stoked on like other people's accomplishments. But
Oh, here we go.
no, I'll let it be what it is. But you know, I think it's for a while, dude. I didn't have any other. Dude, Dan, it is so hot in your room, bro.
Don't worry, we're
I'm just
wrapping it up
excusing
here.
my sweating. No, it's okay.
Don't look at his sweat.
Yeah, it makes it worse.
Camera's far away. I can't see.
I spent so much time in my life when I was just like all in on skating, like when I'm not skating, wishing I was skating, wishing I was somewhere else, right? Kendama actually allows me to like be in an area like as simple as a park or my backyard, and I can make it mine. You know what I mean? I could be waiting in a line and make it mine. I could practice. Like imagine if while you're waiting in line for Taco Temple, you could like practice like Roman candles or some shit.
See, for me, I play online chess, but
Yeah.
I think a good thing that you can say for anything like that is, you know what is better than is scrolling
100%.
on social media, and I think that's like a big thing in like our life right now is like, what can I do besides just riding away on something, like
It's
making
endless.
your brain making connections.
the scroll hole.
God, it's the worst. But no, Kendama's cool.
Who's deeper in? All right, that's all we gotta say then. Dan said it's cool. Who's deeper in the scroll hole?
What do you mean?
Who's deep out of the three of us? Who's deepest in the scroll hole?
It could be me. I don't know. I'm if I'm on my phone, I'm trying to play online chess. I'm like nerding out hard on that. But
I'm on Facebook Marketplace.
I also like
I'm
waking
sorry.
up sometimes and looking at Marketplace and
I'm
stuff.
fucking on Marketplace constantly.
Looking for what?
Well, seeing what motos are going for.
You know,
I
maybe,
don't know,
maybe
just
buy another
everything.
Chevy.
Yeah, Jebby.
Beautiful. Yeah, we're getting towards the end here. Got a few questions here. You don't have to think too hard about these, whatever comes to mind. But like, what's your favorite road?
Right now. Favorite road right now?
Sure.
No.
All time.
Of all time. Sorry.
But like I've had different preferences in different eras. Like, what's my favorite road at this very moment? Like, what would I go skate if I had every sort of?
God, we always have to dive deep.
Yeah, that's a
know
loaded question. You can't just throw out like
It's not
what.
that loaded. Favorite.
What is your fucking favorite road, Gribby?
Dude, Police.
Okay.
Police
That's
is
a-
my favorite road.
Yes,
Best road I've ever skated, hands down.
that's what I've heard, man.
Like I'm missing some sort of double yellow, like really fast vibe. Like you can go fast on it, but it's like it's more technical. But dude, that road is the most engaging shit I've ever skated. It's so cush, and yeah, I've had the most fun. The laps I got before I bricked on what I think is maybe like a little shadow wet patch were all time. Like pushing myself as hard, doing the best skating that I've ever done at 29. And now I'm kind of like, what does 30 look like? You know what I mean?
More of the same. Who's your favorite skater? Downhill skater.
Of all time, right now, like what are we talking?
All time.
I mean, there's so many. There's quite a few. I think that I could probably give you my top three.
There's no wrong answers.
Could I give you my top three?
Absolutely.
David, Chase, and Kim.
Aww.
You gotta shut that off now.
Those are probably be my
100%. Yeah, that is yeah. Like I mean, all those. I got the goofy. Cam's my favorite regular skater. Yeah. Well, we've just taken I mean, I'm not trying to glaze this boy more than he already is glazed, but we've taken I've never skated tighter with anyone, never pushed myself as hard. 2022 to 2023 were the glory days. Every day after work, I get a call from the welder. Just bang, bang, like bang, bang.
You ever talk to him on the phone while he's at work? I do too, and I'm like, dude, this is...
I'm like, what the fuck is going on there?
You boys both deal with it for like an hour plus, though. Like,
I'm like, hello,
respect. Thanks, boys.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, never
just
wants to text.
Welds, boys.
Never. Like, hey, can you like not like do this right now?
I'm burning and earning so I can fucking get out and fucking skate with you boys.
Like going deaf talking to you, bro.
Sorry, boys.
Cam driving my car to the sesh while I like finish up work on my hotspot and like on my computer. Yeah, I'll never forget that shit. Yeah, we've got a group. I mean, dude,
y'all are a bit of a dynamic duo. Skating. Maybe not right now. Kind of.
We're a little estranged right now.
Yeah, a little estranged. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I have a comeback, and when
we'll see.
fuck off. Yeah. And when Gwibby gets healed up, I really want to do a fucking like duo vid, like at some point.
We also talked about that.
Just because, like, dude, like you are my favorite skater. Like I've never skated behind anybody and been like, holy fuck. Like,
you gotta get out there more, dude.
No, I hadn't. Fuck you, dude. Fuck off. Like just nailing the absolute perfect line and me doing the same thing right behind it. It's just like it's poetry in motion, as what Leonam would say, like as he's following us, and he'd just be like, all right, well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna initiate here and do that there because that was fucking perfect. And like some of those times, dude, like that we would get out and skate together, it was just like, I mean, dude, I could get emotional over it. Like, I mean, it was fuck.
Cam's talking to you the whole time you're skating with him too. Hollering shit. Yeah. Like full on convert, like, and he's expecting you to like give him like, you know, what's it called? Being an active listener while you're on board too.
As hard as I'm going, Cam's going to be on my ass.
Oh yeah. On snakes. Gripping shit that you're not gripping on square lips.
Doesn't make sense, but it does.
Well,
there's only certain people that I've skated with that can do that. Not to glaze you. We're done glazing Cam. We're glazing Griff. Okay, we're done glazing Cam.
Apply some.
No. I was getting to that. It's just like some of the, like you skate with people that are better than you to get better.
Who you skating with then, bro? All right,
you.
Well, yeah. The
like, I'm not kidding, dude. The fundies this dude has, like,
what's fun? Oh,
fundamentals.
Sports lingo. Yeah.
Fundies, like the best I've ever seen.
I appreciate it.
The best I've ever seen, and yeah, I don't even know how to like describe it, but it's
who you're skating with is the most important thing that I slept on when I first got here. But I mean, you're in high pressure situations doing life-threatening, if you're pushing yourself,
life-threatening maneuvers,
or skating on 10% with people who are more interested in, like, you know, partying. But yeah, it's super important. I mean, like, and I don't know. People kind of say like Asheville's cliquey. There's kind of that whole aspect of it. And I think that there's, yes, naturally relationships form in a community of over 60 skaters. There's people that like kind of just get each other more, skate together well. But honestly, at the end of the day, like, we do a lot of community sessions around here when we can. Like when, like, you know, Royce is throwing these great events for us. meeting up at elk at work. And like, honestly, for the most part, a lot of people get along. I feel like sometimes the Asheville scene gets like a bad rap. And I kind of would like to challenge that a little bit.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think we're more community than maybe people think.
Any other scene out there.
Yeah, because even if you live out of town, you're only 15, 20 minutes out of town. Like, this ain't like across 2 hours or something way. Like, you can be around anyone that lives by you within 10 minutes.
We're talking about the goddamn mecca of downhill skateboarding. Like, no other place in the world has fucking runs that are within 5 minutes of each other. Like, the amount of fucking runs that are here you can get in a loop, you ain't doing that anywhere else.
No. And I guess to continue on
he's got the notebook out.
Yeah, I kind of just want to...
Sorry, go for it.
Do you think that... I guess I have a question for you guys. I mean, I'm kind of done answering questions. Do you think that downhill skating is inclusive?
I think here it is for the most part. I think what we're messing up, though, is we're not catering to the youth, and it's not necessarily on us because we're at this demographic of skating where we're at, for lack of better terminology, the top of the pyramid, where we want to skate the gnarliest thing. We want to go to like the most unfriendly roads that there are, that like someone who is getting into it, or like when you were getting into it, would be like, I'm never touching that. Or like media you're seeing of someone going 70 miles an hour down a road, you're like, I don't think I want to do that. But like in reality, maybe one day you're like, that's me. So I think, I don't know how to do it, if it's going to be with, the whole thing with, we don't have an outlet, for instance. Like, we don't have a paved road anywhere that someone can go to like try it. And like the whole idea that we've had is like, we need to put a chairlift on Paradise or something. Like, no, that's okay. That'd be sick, but that's just pandering to us. And like, really what we need is local government or something, like tax money to put something in where people could be like, hey, parents would be okay with dropping their child off, being like, yeah, go skate down this like 2% grade road that's safe and it's a safe space. Like, like I think where most of our brains are at is like super gnarly, and it's like, that's not what builds from the ground up with downhill.
We need a Kamloops in Asheville.
Exactly. Or really anywhere. And you know what? And we're going to make the local government pay for it.
And they're going to pay for it.
And they're going to pay for it.
Yeah, suck it.
No, because even with like, been getting into mountain biking and stuff, like that stuff costs a lot of money to maintain a trail and stuff. And granted, their scene is so much bigger than us, but there's no reason we couldn't be halfway as big. And it's like, we just don't have the infrastructure. Like, what if we had a ridge, like something
we
like
need
Ridgeline?
We need an investor.
Yeah. No, it's government money. There's government money to be out there. And like, hey, I'm going to start getting a little over my head with like how stuff like that works, but
we need
a way.
We need a way to portray to these parents that are a little softer these days, no worries. But like, we can provide pads or something like that, and a path, aka like a Kamloops, and I mean, dude, get your exercise in. Go hike back up. We need to like almost do the same route as like snowboarding, like a bunny hill.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Watered down.
Like, this is what we do,
and it's not about us. It's about kids trying to get into
100%, dude. 100%.
I think you know how like in the
getting
past,
them off the iPads and getting them out in the fucking nature.
Imagine cruising down like a M3 dialed back a little bit.
Oh, sugar.
All right, we're gonna pause real quick because I had to wipe the sweat off my face. Okay.
No, we're keeping that.
No, we're not pausing.
cutting it out.
But,
Fuck no.
All right, wait, but I have something to say.
Yeah.
If we think back to a video like Coop's video, right, in 2017, was it called Faces? I don't know. He's like the future of downhill skating is roads paved down a ski slope, right? Like we all kind of heard that one. I mean, that's not gonna, like, roads are so expensive to pave. I think if we're serious about building infrastructure, what we would do is we would buy our own land that's situated on a slope, and we would pave our own driveways that are custom built to skateboard down, right? You have at least one left turn that's good. You got at least one right turn. Make sure the pavement's all on the up and up, not hitting that with chip seal. It's like not super tarry pavement. That's what you could do. You got the liability concern, but like, what if that's what our 30s looked like? Could we set out some infrastructure for youngins? But also, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I've had different outlooks on the future of skating and like what that looks like, and I've definitely been more pessimistic about it in the more recent years, as I think a lot of people are. So, I don't know.
It could just remain like an outlaw activity like it is right now, and if it is like that, that's okay too. You know, the barrier to entry is kind of gnarly. You know,
Super
it's
gnarly.
like you kind of get to a certain point where you kind of get into like cruising and stuff, and then like maybe you're with a crew of people, and then people start getting into sliding and stuff, and like people just fall off the bandwagon with it, you know, and that's fine. But yeah, moving forward, I don't know what the answer is. We're just spitballing. But,
Well, we're gonna live it. We're gonna see what happens.
We're gonna see what happens. But all I know is right now is, granted, I don't know everyone going into it, but I used to go to events and there'd be, you know, 20, 30 people racing. There used to be a juniors bracket. And I'm not saying people aren't as interested in racing now, but even at free rides, I don't know, if you go to a free ride, you're not seeing people that are 14, 15, 16 pulling up to free rides. I feel like that used to be like almost a majority, or like 40% of the people at an event.
You see the same faces, just a year crustier.
Yep.
Yep.
Beautiful part. All right, yeah. Another question. We're almost done here. Best event.
I already said it. Hoopa. Would love to go again this year. I kind of do have like I don't really know. I'm definitely like, after this more recent brick, taking a little bit of a break, just because I just hate when I fall and get so blindsided where I just feel like I can't even pinpoint why it happened. It seems like it was a result of factors out of my control. It was no like wrongdoing of mine. The plan was to definitely go back to Hoopa. And I still would like to, but we'll see where I'm at like in a few months here. I'm definitely taking a little break, and it's not because of the video. It's not because I filmed the video and I'm like, the video was great, and like I wanted it to be like me. I'm not like pushing myself to the very limit. I wanted it to just be like a reflection of what my skating has been comfortably. I didn't want to hurt myself.
Yeah.
Is it because I want to play kendama pain free? Is it because I'm worried about my body as I get older into my 30s? Maybe.
Still young. You're still young, Buck.
Fuck was that look for?
The one thing that I didn't mention.
Look at us.
He looked right at you.
Yeah, I'm looking into my older. The one thing I didn't mention about Hoopa though is that they have a no pause down race, which is like, I mean, other than K&K, I mean, not many other like official sanctioned races or events do it, right?
How'd you do?
I could have done better.
How'd you do?
And I'm not bringing it up to say how I did. I'm just
How'd
saying
you do?
that was my first experience racing.
How'd you
I
do?
did all right. I could have done better, but dude, skating that close to people.
What place?
Second place.
Why don't you just lead with that?
Skating that close to people. So I got hella respect for skaters, and then also I don't know. I just am not comfortable skating next to people who are trying to make $500. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like
$500. That's most in any race.
Griff, what if it was me and you?
Well, I know Cam wouldn't crash me out over some fucking cash prize. No shit.
I don't know.
He'd still. But yeah, I think that race was. That was just. It's very intense. Also, to not have a glove down. Like, dude, if someone high sides in front of you while you're doing like a 35, maybe 40-mile-an-hour stand-up, like, you are getting so brutalized because you're standing tall. I mean, you're going to fucking... You're lucky if you don't make it out with a concussion.
100%.
So I'm trying not to get this dome to hit the ground anymore because that's not cool.
Let's get a little setup spotlight here.
Yeah.
What are you riding, bro? I'm gonna put your deck on the table here. What do we got here?
An ancient...
This is ancient.
Yeah, an old Pantheon mod. It's the Gaia. I think it might be V2. You'd probably know better than me. Did I tell you that I'm setup blind? I don't really know what anyone really skates other than like a few select people. I think there's some people that are so in tune with like they're always looking at setups. Like I'm not really looking at setups. Like Dan, I skated with you a bunch. Couldn't tell you what you skated. I think you're on Rogues.
I'm on Rogues, yeah.
Okay. But like deck, I mean, maybe you're on are you on like a mids board?
I'm on a Madrid right now.
Okay.
But I am kind of like you. I pretty much ride a board for like years.
Yeah.
Cam has ridden the same board since diapers, so.
Yeah, Cam's the same way. He's on this like old school, just like through and through.
I ain't
wood
looking
board.
at your setup, boys. Don't worry.
Hey, I know.
I'm looking at your body language. What are we doing?
But yeah, you got a Pantheon. You got what, Rogues? Are these the Rogue free rides?
These are they're Rogues. They're precision Rogues that I got cut. They're adjustable, but I think they're at like the innermost wheelbase, which is 135, and then got like some sort of Venom situation going on.
Are these the old?
They're old. I got them in like 20,
Oh yeah, you got the cutouts here. Yeah, okay.
2019.
Okay. Well, you do great on them. What's your split?
Thanks. 50-30.
Wow.
It helps.
Fuck yeah, it helps.
I heard it's cheating.
By looking at your form, it looks like it.
It's cheating. No, it feels good. I just like decided, and when I split them, Chris Antrim, I have to credit him. He convinced me to split, and he's like, "You'll never go back," and he was right. I gave him so much pushback. Mm-hmm. Jesse Greenberg helped me dial in the bushing. Dude, seeing Jesse Greenberg shit on people's setups at Giants Head was like the funniest thing I think I've ever seen.
God, I love that.
Like literally sitting on the hitch, helping people get into the U-Haul, grabbing their setup, like saying one disparaging comment about it, and then just like passing it back. He's like, "Wow, this thing is hideous out. You couldn't pay me enough to skate on it." Just like next to the next one. He did that rapid fire for like 10 people getting on the U-Haul. It was. I mean, shout out Jesse. Honestly, like one of the most entertaining. Losing him and David, hopefully, temporarily has been I think a huge hit to the scene down here. Cam being injured, yeah, it's kind of tough. I know we're getting to the end. One person I forgot to shout out, like OG New York roots, is Cafiso. He helped me get around to skate local New York shit in 2018, and I just want to make sure that I mention.
Big shout out to Tony.
Bringing the local flavor
Pizza
down
man.
to NC. Yeah. That dude's the truth. Yeah. Shout out, Tony.
Well, Griff, it's been a fucking awesome episode. I can't remember what we talked about, but I loved every second of it. And I just appreciate you coming on. Just another callback, April 30th, Eulogy, Griffen Adams premiere video, 7 o'clock, downtown Asheville. If you're in town, obviously pull up. If you're out of town, you might want to just pull up, make a skate weekend out of it. So
Yeah, I think there's going to be a Grapevine Outlaw that Saturday, so it could be a good weekend to visit.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll definitely be at that. Well, Griff, thank you so much. Cam, thanks for co-hosting.
Of course. Thank you.
Over and out. 35 all grip.